Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hello.
to Chapter 3 of the Book of Khorim, Grim Winter. This episode titled Fragment. I wonder what that means. I named it for a reason, I think. Who knows? How are we all doing today?
I'm writing that down as a note. That's a hint.
Fragment.
It might. In any case, moving right along, we apologize for Bryce because he won't do it himself. Why we're late, because it is his fault. We are down a Lila today, unfortunately, so she will not be joining us. Hopefully she is back for the next session. Hope all is well there. But let's go ahead and recap for today's D&D game so we can jump right in. So last time, the Dungeoneers have a little bit of a troll problem, apparently. Some of their members were injured, and they went off to deal with the assailants, which were some trolls, and they have since done so. Upon hunting down the troll cave of these attackers, they were set upon by some goblins, who were also in to grabbing a bunch of free loot that you guys paved the way for, but you slew all them with aid of a strange, mysterious elven individual, her name being Elnexi, who seemed to have a very keen interest in Marcellus and his goings-on. And after laying your final ambush on the cave troll that lied within and successfully defeating it, you long rested. For inside, apparently, according to Elnexi, this cave, not only is there the troll's den, but some sort of ruin or some structure, an old structure that is in need of cleansing, whatever that means. And you, like I said, have rested up, completed your long rest for the day, and are preparing yourselves now for whatever adventure awaits in this cave not too far from your keep, to cleanse a ruin that you know little about. It wouldn't be D&D if we aren't adventuring and murdering things for pointless reasons. So, my friends, my players, what do you do?
Are we starting before or after the long rest?
This is
Waking up,
after.
right?
Yep, you guys have all woken up.
Oh, I should probably
Wake-
get into the game.
That would be a good first step, yes.
Yes,
I
it
feel
would
like-
probably be
Lord. That's how all good adventures begin.
Yep.
this
Logging
being
in.
in the virtual tabletop we use.
We start the game the same as any other. Logging in.
Give us 30 minutes to get prepped and ready to go. I have to drop some
Um,
monsters in, and
Yeah.
anyways,
I sleep in a little bit later than everybody else because I'm coming off of a green over.
true. I think Deacon as well partook, did he not? Or no, you were
I'm vaguely remembering a conversation I had last night, but I am a little hazed out still, as
Yeah.
I almost got addicted.
Yeah. In any case, it is the morning. One notable feature, by feature I mean one notable thing about your camp here is Elnexi, she's not here. She's gone.
Doesn't surprise me.
Sure, that's fine.
Yes, we have our own task to prepare for. Shall we begin?
Those can't just say no, considering I really don't like going into caves.
You're good with close quarters combat as well, yes?
I'm trained in it, but I don't prefer it.
Preferences are for the weak. You should be ready for anything.
Alright. Although, I'll need a torch, unless somebody wants to guide me the entire way.
I'll pull out a torch and light it.
Donnie, the human fighter and remnant of the patrol that was ambushed, that you rescued from the initial troll attack, has prepared his weapons and has got the shield and blade of his fallen comrade.
Whoa, whoa, buddy, whoa. Whoa.
Am I not
Wh-
going with you guys?
Where do you think you're going?
I thought I thought I was helping you guys clear the cave or something.
Flank. Yep.
Yes, you're protecting the flank.
Oh, right. Yes, I will. Well, the cave. So there's like walls. You want like the rear
Mhm.
flank?
One flank. Yep.
Yes, the extreme flank.
And Zakria, she chimes in at this point. She says, "Yes, that's a fair point. While you guys clear out and assess the situation here, I might stay back in case any more goblins or something show up.
Oh, Zakria, no, you have to come with us.
Well, I think it's better if I keep an eye out. I don't want you
No,
guys
no.
to,
You're-
get attacked.
You could light it up. You know, you got fire. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Actually,
I can,
Zakria, you seem a little hazed, in fact. Did you steal some of that Gorgon leaf last night? You just don't feel like walking in.
I mean, that's a good point. If you wanted to leave me some while I kept watch, it might help me do that.
Yeah. Give me a tick.
Yeah, thank
Go
you.
ahead and pull out some rolling papers, and I'll roll her up some Gorgon leaf.
All right. She's like, yeah,
Just
you know.
ask. Whenever.
Watch her come back to her character being addicted on a nat 1 roll or some shit.
I'm going to leave it up to her whether or not she takes it, but I do vaguely remember she being interested in taking some last session, but it never happened. So yeah, so you roll her a Gorgon leaf cigarette.
How much of that do I have? It doesn't say how.
Yeah,
much
we should probably. I don't think we gave you an amount, but we'll wing it.
We'll wing it.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll wing it. You've only you'll only
Because
roll
I
two
definitely
cigarettes.
don't know. Yeah, I definitely don't know how much would go into two.
We need to get like a
joints at this
drug
time.
dealer mechanic going
Yeah.
here.
We need to find
One
out
day.
how much you need to do
Mhm.
before someone overdoses. Go
Yeah.
back.
You don't.
Uh, yeah, you can't.
I'm
It's
pretty
impossible.
sure it's impossible with Gorgon
yeah.
leaf.
Well, you won't know if we don't try.
Sure, challenge accepted. Yeah.
If you guys are in there too long, I can come in and help. But I think it's just best, in case we get set upon.
Yeah. Just yell.
Donnie says, they just instructed me to guard the flank. You don't need to watch the. And she's like, no, it's fine, Donnie. You need to watch their flank while inside the cave. And he just nods.
You're gonna kill Donnie off in here, aren't you? Somehow. Oh, this stalactite fell.
It just- I need you all to make a dexterity save. Oh, actually, nope. It's just Donnie. He needs to make a dex save.
Oh. He chooses to fail. Oh.
Oh.
I fudged the roll. Oh, that wasn't a natural 20. That was a natural 1. Oh man. 43 points. No. Anyways. So, yeah. You guys enter in search of the troll den as well as this apparent ruin that lies within.
It's the plan.
Let's hope we can find the troll's loot first. That might help us farther in.
Okay. What is y'all's marching order? We know Donnie's in the back.
I'm gonna be as close to Marcellus as I can, considering he's my light right now.
I'll just
Much.
be underneath his feet, just as you're kind of hopefully trying not to kick me.
Please stop.
What's Sten's dark vision look like?
Pretty good, so I think he would be in the front.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be a little bit behind Sten.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
So
behind
then it's-
Sten, and then
So then it's Sten, Marcellus, Deacon.
It doesn't have to be single file,
and
as a-
Williard.
as a-
Oh, it's not single file.
it doesn't have to be single file. You guys can segment in front, middle, back in it.
This keeps surprising me, but I just recognize as well, I think for the second time, I actually don't have dark vision, despite
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
a draconic creature.
Half of our party can't see in the dark. I'm pretty sure.
This is wild.
I love it. There's only 2 people that can, and I'm very happy.
I'll be next to Marcellus then. If he's in second place, then I'll be next to him.
Didn't Deacon say or are you going in front, Deacon?
Well, technically, he could be underneath me.
Okay, fair enough. So Sten's leading the charge, you 3 in the middle, and then I'm
Okay.
assuming Kelks is taking the rear with Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie's gonna be behind me though.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Lucky for Donnie, he doesn't have to try to converse with this guy.
Okay. So, this particular map, I hand built like the last one you guys saw. And I'm going to show you the players, but I'm not going to send to the battle screen for the stream until we get into a fight, assuming there's fights in here. But for the sake of exploration, to move things along a little bit quicker, just tell me what you guys want to do, and I'll do the movements while we're out of combat, so that way there's not a lot of dead air. But at least
I'm gonna be so surprised by the layout of this cave. I can't wait to see it.
You
for
and
the
one other
first
person.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving right along, I'm going to send you guys to that screen. I just want to let you know. So anyways, as you enter in, as Dawn has bathed light across the area, a little bit more so since apparently some of you took a little bit longer than usual to get out of bed and get around this morning, but bed being
Calcs.
Man, I'm so immersed right now.
But you enter into the cave interior. You can see that a lot of snow drift has blown into the cave's mouth, and a lot of the condensation that would probably hold in this cave is frozen over and kind of creating almost like these icicle-like fragments on the edge of the wall, and it's just pretty cold in here. But in either case, immediately for those of you that enter forth and have dark vision, you can see forth. A little bit of light is shining through, but you can see that the cave is immediately forking into two different directions. It's on a little bit of a decline into the earth, and let's see, Sten, you're in the front of the pack, so go ahead and give me just a perception check for me.
I did say earlier, light a torch too.
Oh, you are
I
lighting.
was
a torch,
wondering,
that's
is
right.
Donnie just the one that has a torch, or I thought?
It's cave entrance, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
if you're giving, just so you know, if you give Donnie a torch, that's fine. That means he's not going to have a shield, which means 2 less AC.
We're
No.
just not gonna let him use a weapon.
Sheath your weapon, Donnie.
Yeah.
Very well, he says.
In fact, we'll give him a torch, and we'll keep a torch up front.
It's a sponge, not a damage dealer.
Yeah, his 11 HP sponginess.
16.
Right.
16, okay.
He's
So-
basically temporary HP.
So
Oh my god.
because of the torchlight here, you don't have to roll with disadvantage for being in dim light or whatever, but Sten, you can see as the lights reflecting off the, well, not really reflecting, but illuminating the cave walls. The leftmost fork of the cave, you immediately see heads off and has a pretty massive dip, some sort of like crevice or ravine, the depths of which are unknown to you at your current position. But the rightmost path seems to just kind of go and loop around on a slow decline, not dangerous enough to slip or anything like that, but it goes for an unknown number of feet and doesn't seem to have any sort of significant features like the left path.
Okay, Stan would kind of just like motion towards the right, being quiet.
Okay. So you all begin heading to the right then.
Who's the best tracker amongst us?
That would be probably me. I don't
Point
wanna
up
do-
towards the deacon.
Yeah, and I don't want to brag, but what I was trained on best.
So I'd probably go to Deacon real quick and be like, shouldn't you be checking for those troll tracks?
I suppose that's not a bad idea. I kind of just assumed this was going to be a straight shot.
Allow for moment as well.
And Calx is going to start ritual casting while they're kind of organizing and assigning roles.
Okay.
I'll start trying to just investigate and see if I can find.
The DC is going to be higher than it would be out in the snowy forest because, you are inside of Earthen Cave here. But there is a little bit of snow drift that came through, so it's not going to be incredibly high. But go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Let's do it. I don't suppose you want to guide me?
I touch your shoulder and I guide you.
Yeah.
It would have been more funnier if you just said something along the lines of, I have the game paused.
Also didn't roll with advantage, so I'm gonna add that. And yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Hey, 16.
16. Okay. The guidance saved you here. It set the DC to
It's-
15 over 10, what it was previously. Thankfully, with the snowdrift, and that's probably the only reason with that roll that you're able to catch it. You do see some large troll footsteps that seem to hint that the rightmost path is where it would have came from.
Well, it came from the right. Which
Well,
means
by the way,
probably
that was
what...
We say that was a 16 for chat? 16 total?
Yeah, 16 total.
Yep.
Okay.
Which means if we go left, we'll probably find more of what you were looking for in here. But if we go right, we'll find the troll's horde.
Yes, well, we must be sure that the job is done with the trolls. We can't have another one popping out of this cave just to harass more locals again.
And if they have more pets,
More pets, more damage. Plus, it'll continue to be a conjuring point for goblins and such if we don't clear it out completely.
yeah, who knows what we'll find. Although, it's kind of hard for me to stealth ahead and take a look in these conditions.
It's alright. We'll deal with that when we, have a more opportune moment to. For now, I'll look back at Kelks. We wait.
Are we waiting on again?
Nearly done.
You and your damn candles.
So like setting up the whole ritual
Yeah,
site,
the entire...
known candles and chalk. As I'm just ritually casting Unseen Servant to have that with us while we move.
Okay, sure. So,
In fact, actually, hold on, because Smart Boy, I'm actually going to, whenever it's done, have it grab the torch from Donnie so that he can actually wield his weapon and a shield.
oh, fuck me. That means I have to fucking make it. God damn it. All right, that's fair. So you're casting Unseen Servant. And, shit, I guess I'll just bring in a torch. Oh, here, that's no good. Yeah. I have something for that.
In case have to reach for something.
Make sure this works. Yes, it does. Okay. All right. So after the 10 minutes or so pass, and your ritual is complete. At first, it seems like Calx just wasted a bunch of time because nothing seemingly happens, and then you just kind of take the torch from Donnie's hand and just hand it off, and then you all watch as the torch is just levitating on its own near you, and Donnie just like, oh, that's a neat trick, and he draws his sword again.
Well, let's not waste any more time. I feel the longer we wait, the more likely something bad is to happen.
Agreed. Forward stand.
All right.
We single file behind.
Are you all moving in a
We're
Are you-
moving in like a breath weapon cone shape.
Conveniently,
Oh,
with our
that's perfect.
squishiest in the front.
No, my question was going to be, are you moving stealthily, or are you just charging on in, not a care in the world?
I was gonna say I'll attempt to be quiet, but I don't think it's gonna matter much because I can't really stealth off. So
We have a
I mean,
torch, so
we
I
have a-
think we should just
yeah.
move.
Yeah. Plus, like,
Speed-
do
speed
you even
might be
see
better.
any of the tracks at all? At all?
once we get up to him, I can find a faint outline of it, but there's no real point in us
And-
trying to go fast.
Who would be living here with a troll? You know,
'Tis true.
the troll's dinner.
Let's move at a normal pace.
Okay. All right. So you begin moving at a normal pace and head down the right path. You. I don't know why that keeps diverting. But
So
there
the
we go.
DM told us is the correct path.
All right. Well, the right path, not the correct path. Well, I mean, no, it was
The
correct
right path.
in the sense that Deacon knew that it was right for looking for the trolls. Heading down a little ways, I didn't take the fucking torch for some reason, so there we go.
Leave it behind.
Immediately, well, not immediately. You head down the cave through a narrow tunnel for a short while before it kind of opens up into this more cavernous chamber of sorts. And you reckon you're probably like 20 feet below the surface from entering in as the decline of the cave continued going down. But the first thing you notice, Sten being the first one, is in this large chunk of this cave, the northernmost half of it is this frozen lake. Really, it's just a shit ton of water that's completely frozen over. You can feel there's a cold draft blowing down this way from the outside, from whence you came, and but you also see that the cavern isn't completely seeable for you. You'll have to explore a little bit more. It seems like it might loop around to the right some more, but yeah, that's what you see. What do you guys do?
I want to inspect the ice.
Yeah.
Can I go check to see how like thick the ice layer is on top of the
That's-
surface of the water?
That's
Sure.
exactly what I was gonna do. Just kind of, since I'm the smallest and lightest, I wanted to kind of take a step or two out onto
I just
it.
hand you part of my bow so you can kind of walk back, like walk out there.
Sure.
There we go. Cool.
All right. So, yeah. So I would say Marcellus and Deacon, both of you guys can give me either survival or investigation. I think both fit here. And then while you're doing that, Williard just walks out on the ice and it's holding. It's holding him.
Test it with a foot first, kind of stomp on it, and then
Sure,
kind
sure.
of slowly walk out.
I like how it's just rolling once now because I wore off my character sheet. There we go. It's gonna be a 22 total.
Nice.
21.
Very nice. Yeah, the ice seems solid enough that you believe that not just Williard should be able to walk on this, but you all should as well, at least in the immediate section of the ice here. It might be a little slippery. We would call it difficult terrain as for reasons, but yeah,
How is it see-through? Is it totally opaque?
yeah, and I would say with those checks that your party members make here too, is you think that the ice is pretty fucking thick, so should be safe to walk on, and yeah, you can't see through it. You don't know how deep it is or anything like that. But I'll say, since you didn't make a roll, Williard, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. 18.
That dice just kind of flopped.
18.
Yeah.
At the edge of the torchlight that Marcellus is holding, as well as the floating one from.
It's like you know what I'm gonna do. Step ahead.
Yep. You do see that it's almost like a small little large pond, right, that you're standing on, but you can see that there is a cavernous hallway a little ways to the north of you, and you can just barely make out the entrance of which through the edge of the torchlight, and it looks like there's almost like a mini frozen river that this water goes down in that direction.
How big is the opening?
As far as you can tell, it's you're kind of stretching by the edge of the torchlight. From what you can see, though, it looks relatively wide, no wider than the cavern that you came down through. But you also see that there is more of this cavern where the land is. There's quite a big section of cave there that you guys are unexplored, and it's just out of the torchlight as well.
It look like as tall as it is wide, the little river area.
It does look like the ceiling is starting to narrow down, but you can't tell at this distance at how extreme it is. But yeah.
Okie doke. Well, I say we take a look around here and leave that squeeze for later if we have to.
Wait,
Doubt
does
it.
the troll go, though?
Well, I doubt the troll is going to cross over this every time, and there's no way he's been here for long. If that's the case, so it must be farther to the right here.
We should continue to the right.
Okay. the party begins to head to the right, staying on the land of this particular part of the cavern. And it doesn't take you long before you realize that there's another chunk of cave here that drops down pretty significantly. There's almost like a large step of 7 or so feet.
Like a cliff, not okay.
Yeah, almost like a small cliff. And the first thing that you notice as you walk down there, and I'll say Sten was leading the way too. Sten, Marcellus, and Deacon, you guys are the first to see it as you turn the corner. You can see, first of all, this little offshoot of this cavern. It goes to a dead end, not too far from where you are standing. And it's relatively easy to see the ends of this dead end because there is a figure made of pure golden light, looks humanoid. From its vague appearance, it looks like to be someone clad in an armor. But again, their entire form is made of light, and it's actually illuminating part of the cave. The first thing you notice is it seems to be standing over a large pile of gold and maybe some loot items. And then to its right, your left, you see a large cauldron of sorts, and there's chopped pieces of wood underneath of it. At first, you just assume it's a troll's makeshift cooking pot, but in the back of your mind, you also assume it's just a troll's legendary action that they would have had if you fought it here. But yeah, that's what you see.
I do know a legendary action when I see one.
I had animated fire. I had a bunch of cool shit, and you shut me down. just want to point that out.
Just almost without really thinking, I'm going to activate my unnatural senses, and my eyes are going to flash for a second as I look over this figure to see if it's divine or if maybe it's something much worse.
Remind me what that works.
See if it's basically if it's within 60 feet and not behind total cover. I can see if it's a aberration or a monstrosity.
Neither ping on your senses there. The figure turns towards you, and it draws from its side a golden sword, also made completely of light. When I say gold, it's just you don't know if that's its natural color. It's just this whole thing is a golden light figure, and it just kind of looks towards you all with weapons in hand, silent.
Weird of a troll to have a protector of a horde. And I do say this a little bit louder than I normally would, just in case it does hear and respond.
It raises its sword and points it at you, Deacon.
I look over at Sten. That's not my shtick. You can have it if you want.
Hail! Just yells hail at it.
What are you talking about? Oh,
Kelks, are you peering the corner as well to figure out what the commotion is?
I trust they have it. Calx is actually going to go over to the edge of the ice and start ritually casting something else.
God damn your ritual cast.
more
No, not that
candles.
far. I'm talking like here. So I'm still near the party. And
Nah, put him as far away from the party as possible.
That's fair. Donnie doesn't turn the corner either. He's watching the way you guys came, watching that rear flank. Doing a good job.
He's doing his job. Hell
He's
yeah.
doing a good job. The knight, in response to you yelling "Hail, Sten," just kind of shifts the sword slowly from pointing at Deacon towards you, but it remains silent.
Well, if I had to
So
take a
take
guess.
a step forward.
Oh, we're gonna find out. But I think this thing is probably protecting the horde in some way.
You take a step forward. You're now at the edge of that small little cliff, Sten. The figure brings the sword back and raises up their shield. They put the sword flat down on top of their shield and are taking a defensive stance, but they remain silent.
No, I feel like we should let him try honorable one-on-one combat.
Ooh.
I get this strange feeling well, I hate to say it, but I'm not sensing any evil intent from it, so it has to be at least of some kind of noble being. considering the way it looks. So maybe answering it with a noble act is going to get us a better reward from that pile of money it's protecting. If not, it may just all melt. Who knows?
Does seem to be calling you out.
Think you can take it, Sten?
Maybe. Sten's actually gonna pull his axe out and head down and just put both
Okay.
hands on it and give a good stare at it.
You hop down the small cliff, and the creature, maintaining that defensive stance, takes a step forward as well, almost matching your distance. There's still about 15 feet between you and him, or it, I should say. And but yeah, it still is remaining silent yet defensive.
Those badly will be able to help.
Strange that you remain silent. Speak to us if you are able.
It remains motionless. Actually, no. I think it tilts its head towards you, Marcellus, but the blade is still pointed in the direction of Sten.
Then I'll repeat it in Elvish. See if he understands.
No response. No different. No change. Still staring at you while aiming its weapons at Sten.
What gibberish was that?
It was Elvish.
Ugh.
You want to try a language?
I don't see how it would help it.
Mm-hmm.
No, not in undercommon. I'll use my native tongue in halfling. What is halfling even?
Snickers bar, Pepsi, cola, 3 meals.
Yeah, just speaks in only food.
No, I mean I would assume our halfling is no different than how like we speak English, and like there's there's like German and French and stuff like that. It's just a different dialect of a normal common-ish language. It's just different than common. Halflings are very, they're very, I shouldn't say reclusives, but they typically maintain in their own relatively peaceful communities, and they just like to distance themselves from the worries of the world, right? So they're just their own people.
I think it's because they say 11 Z's.
That's actually, it's just every word, it's common, but you add Z's on the end of every word, and
Mm-hmm.
Like Pig Latin.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Good.
All right, so
Well then. This small horde can't remain here, or else other creatures may come to get it. It must be dispersed.
Us, right? Like, between us?
Well, donated to the people would be preferable.
Of course. Of course.
when you say that, the knight nods to you, Marcellus. In the affirmative, I should say.
All right.
Like the hunch was correct.
Then I'll step forward to next to Stan.
Okay. You hop down the cliff and you take a stance next to Sten.
Our intentions are not hostile towards you if you stand down.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, 10.
10. It doesn't seem to move. It's still, you're not sure if it's it just didn't believe you or what the case may be. It just doesn't stand down from its position.
Sten, I think you should approach the horde slowly. try not to be too threatening.
Was that laugh in character?
Yes.
Perfect. Beautiful. I love it.
You think if you hold my axe?
You should hold on to it.
All right then.
All right.
Take a good step forward.
Okay. You take one step forward towards the creature and the loot pile that is a little ways behind him. The creature just matches. It doesn't move closer towards you, but it just kind of tilts itself slowly, blade pointing at you, just maintaining that defensive stance, but is still silent.
All right. To do this then, I guess.
All right. What are you doing?
We're gonna step right up to it. And I'm gonna rage.
What?
And try to give him a good whack.
Okay.
Okay.
Make an attack roll, I guess.
Not even holding back on this one. I'm gonna go try to break the wizard's concentration while this happens.
Hey!
Poking him.
Oh no.
Oh, what is this?
You didn't have the heart. You couldn't
have the
do
heart.
it.
Natural 1. You go to bring down the axe, and you watch as the creature brings up the shield in a parry that causes you to stagger backwards. There's a physical force to this glowing creature. You don't hit it, and you also see, interestingly enough, though, that after it parries your attack, it just kind of puffs into a bunch of sparkles of light, and the creature's gone.
Well, that wasn't
Did
much
you
of a
win?
fight.
Good work, Stan.
I just kind of start poking at candles.
Just blowing him out.
Like, why are you doing this right now? What are you doing?
Searching.
Yes.
I would
Let's,
say that whole encounter probably was long enough for you to finish your next ritual cast calcs. What were you doing this time?
Okay, because the fun thing is, Unseen Servant is not concentration, so I'm going to now I'm ritually casting Detect Magic, and I'm just taking another glance across, like, primarily the ice sheet and whatnot, just
Mhm.
kind of taking a little look-see. And I'm
Um,
going to have the Unseen Servant just sort of bring the torch, like, down the path and just sort of, like, bring it around and just take a good second look.
like out onto the ice.
Yeah.
Okay. You send the unseen servant down. How far can it travel from you, or is that not specified in the spell?
Let's see.
60 feet.
Well, it has a range of 60 feet. Okay, yep. If it would move without more than 6 feet, it ends.
Okay.
So yeah.
It does go down a little ways down the path along the ice, and you can see that the path continues on past where your vision is, but it doesn't seem to reveal any too much new information, I should say, from where you're currently at. And as the detect magic goes off from your ritual as well, from where you're standing at the edge of where this small frozen lake is, you don't detect any. What's the range of detect magic? 30 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't detect any unusual magical sources, other than, of course, the minor magical items that your party may have that you're within range. But other than that, nothing new.
Okay. I also just do like one lap along the bank before returning back to the party.
Okay, sure. As you move down the bank and kind of keep an eye on where the unseen servant's torch is, heading down that like river-like path, you do see, now that area is illuminated from torchlight, that the river does narrow down into a small Now, what looks like a smaller corridor of sorts, right? It goes still past your vision. You can't really get a good read on how far it may go or whatnot, but you do see that it is rapidly narrowing down to a much smaller pathway than the one you came through at. But it is still off just frozen river.
Actually, not a bad idea.
Kind of like glance over towards the party and then settle on Deacon. Oh my god, hold on. I just on stream, Murdy is a just eldritch abomination.
He's
Hold
becoming
on, let me
he's
fix
fixed.
that.
He's good.
Look to Deacon and kind of like gesture down.
Yes, we are dealing with a situation over here.
So, you know they got like money behind us, right, Calx? Like you're looking in the wrong way. I was trying to distract you so you could go look, because there's like this glowing radiant dude who's guarding
I'll call
treasure.
back the torch and kind of like go over. I want to get just within like 30 feet of the treasure pile and just like see if there's anything magical.
Sure, yeah. You head over to where the commotion was going. You can see this lowered area on a, like I said, like an 8-foot little cliff. And you can see with the various torch lights from Marcellus and now your unseen servant. You see Sten is the first one there. I'm assuming you've closed the distance now, Sten, on the treasure pile.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. How close are you? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you're within 30 feet of the pile. Yeah, there is magical presence coming from the pile.
Clamber on down then.
All right. Murdy, you were the first one there, or Sten rather. So there's a fair amount of coins here, just kind of thrown into a very disorganized pile. But there are a few items as well. Since you're the first one there, you're going to make the rolls for me. I want you to make 4 different percentile rolls, please.
We all happen to find a.
If you roll any duplicates, which is unlikely, but not impossible, re-roll them.
We all happen to find anything
Impossible either.
more dexterous of a weapon. I'm currently really just stuck with my daggers right now while we're in here.
Hold on, my
We
fist.
have the spear not using.
Pointing
Dick.
over to Williard.
I twirled the daggers in my hand. Dexterous, not. I'm not as strong as maybe Sten is.
Wait, hold on. Aren't javelins finesse?
No,
I don't believe so.
spears and javelins are both strength based.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh.
That's why I haven't
found that out
been
the hard
using
way.
my +1 magical javelin. Yeah.
Like I could use it, but it honestly would do as much damage as my daggers.
3 on a D100 roll. That's pretty good.
But actually, rather
Hey, I mean, I'm starting combat with ones.
Can we talk about the fact that you have both extremes here, though?
So let me generate some loot here.
Yes.
Oh wait, that second one is 2 D100.
Oh,
so it
yeah. Hold on.
Oh, all right. How
would it
did
be
Ooh,
we?
yeah,
54 then?
That's a good call. So
Yeah,
50, yeah,
right.
so it's 88, 54, 36, 12. Yeah, that would be the 4. So that we ignore the 3.
Yeah,
Aw.
no 3. Haha.
Oh,
Ignore
come
the
Vorpal
on.
potion.
The DM is
Ignore
saying
the
ignore the
36.
Vorpal.
I gotta get
Ignore
rid
the
of
Vorpal blade, he says.
Yeah, yeah.
Toss it aside.
Just goes into
Not
flies
this
through the
campaign.
wall.
Whoop.
that. So 88,
Oh, there goes the deck of many things.
54.
Ah.
You don't want to play Texas Hold'em with the deck of many things?
That sounds like an awesome game of poker. Let's be
I might
honest.
become king.
Deal out 5 to each player. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You might get sucked into the void, and then we have to go find you.
Oh boy.
Well, that didn't do what I wanted to do.
Memories.
Gonna have to fucking.
You may change time as we know it. Fine.
I'm using my wish to wish for some extra travel rations.
Use my wish to summon 100 cats. I have
Hey.
a rat problem.
It was genius.
You just didn't understand the Machiavellian scheme that he was on.
I'm
Right.
sorry, but I just like how that was the first use of wish.
So 54 and then 35. Or no, 36.
36.
My bad. 36.
Come to think of it, you didn't even need wish for that second fight, did you?
And then, what was the last one? 12.
3.
That's not true. All right, I'm gonna get a little thing here. Ooh, interesting. And then there we go. Boop. Okay. Okay, well that is, why didn't it just make 12 of them instead of, oh, there it goes now. I understand. I need to drag the chest onto the thing. It's not cooperating, so I guess I'll fix that later. All right, so this one's gonna be a little bit weird because it didn't stack properly, but that's okay. So Sten, you're the first one there. So if you want to go ahead and double click the chest I just spawned in, you can see some of the items there. There's a stack of, for some reason, rather than putting them into a proper stack, there is a bunch of candles that look really fancy. There's supposed to be a stack of 12, but for some reason it's spaced it out all weird like. But you are free to loot from that stack anything that you'd like. I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit.
He just loots everything. Just like all of it. Just opens up his backpack and shovels.
Yeah.
Hey, candles.
Have to make a run for it again.
Oh
I
no.
can-
Down with
Pick
the
up
green
the-
screen.
Uh-oh. Cat attack.
First time the cat did that, that was adorable. I couldn't stop myself from his own.
Oh, that's
He
weird. All right.
just, it's feeding time, or he thinks it's feeding time
Every time is feeding time.
I was gonna say that doesn't stop.
every day.
Anyways, so with the candles, if you plan on taking any of those, let me know. I'm
gonna pick up the brooch and the bottle.
Okay. If you can actually, what's really cool, if you click the little diamond, the darker diamond, it'll say loot item, and it'll bring it right to your sheet. So you have an unidentified bottle, which seems to have some sort of liquid in it, and there's a bunch of magical looking candles. You see a couple of scrolls. But yeah. So the rest of you can now, if you choose, approach the...
Stan just like turns around, a Calc's just like eyes beaming on him.
Yeah, sure. And then there are... I'm going to update this as well. I forgot to
Did you say
mention.
there's a stack of 12 candles?
Yep, 12 candles. There's also a bunch of money there too. You see that there a bunch of different denominations of wealth here. There's some gold coins, silver coins, and copper coins. Not that you would know this now because you can't count them in seconds unless you're Rain Man. I don't know. Those are also on the loot chest as well. If you wanted to loot any amount of those, you can, or you can space it out. You guys can do what you want. But at this point, since you had first dibs, the rest of you all can now approach, and you guys can discuss of which you would like to space or spread out the loot. Delayed gratification for your troll fight, but yeah, here you are.
Before I even think about any scrolls, let's see. I guess, well, actually, before I start checking things in metagaming, can I, as a wizard, check if these spells are wizard spells? Is that like something that I can?
Yeah, make an
do in
Arcana
your-
check. Sure.
Okay. I'm trying to tell if I can actually put these in my spell book or not. Is mainly my concern.
Yeah, absolutely.
17.
17. So I believe both of these should be wizard spells. Let me double check.
Let's see, Magic Mouth definitely is.
And I
Spider
think
climb is
Spider-
like a lot of people. Like 90% of the classes can use spider climb.
It's also a wizard spell. Okay.
Yep, there you go. So yeah, you see, and the pool that these generate on, by the way, are of all spells. So I think you just kind of lucked out here. But yeah, you have a 2 spell scrolls here. One of the spell called Magic Mouth and the other one of Spider Climb. And then you see a bunch of candles, which for some reason are still not updating in a stack, which are weird, but that's whatever. I can always fix that on your sheet later.
I think that really none of this is used to anyone else.
Clearly so. You'll take all these items. We'll split the money.
Yes, good.
All right.
I would
Split
recommend
the
maybe
money
lighting.
4 ways.
Okay, does this do this? I don't know.
Are the candles all the same? Because if so, I'll just delete the rest and just make it a stack of 12 on my sheet.
Yeah, that works.
I would recommend lighting one of those and see if it has any effects that may help us in here.
It might not delete it, so you might have to loot them all and then delete it from your sheet. But yeah, it was actually it is
actually won't
12?
let me loot them.
Really. And then don't worry about it. I can clear it. Loot the money, and then I'll just reset the sheet.
Yeah, Calx doesn't give a shit about the coins. He just grabs the scrolls and the candles and like.
Oh,
it's
Jesus, I
still
pressed
just
the wrong
eyeing
button.
Sten.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Sten,
apparently
you
I'm getting
have
money anyways.
you have an unidentified magical brooch and an unidentified bottle. Which let me double check, make sure that bottle isn't just empty. I can do that in a way I can see what it does without. There we go. Oh yes, absolutely. There is liquid in this bottle. It looks like just water though.
Well, you got bottled water.
Magical bottled water, yeah.
Some Fiji.
I broke
And we'll
everything.
hold up the brooch in front of Marcellus. And you recognize this?
Do I see any strange markings or anything I can recognize with it?
Let's take a look at that specific little brooch there. Where is that on your sheet? Right there. Let's see here. Make a perception check.
I would, except I got kicked out of the game.
Oh, well, when you come back in the game, make a perception check.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, then we could just fix the thing. I kind of gave Amantia, Zagria, the vault, and for some reason Calx got it because I accidentally hit the split 8 ways.
Oh,
Nice.
well, you'll have to fix that later.
I don't want to do math right now.
What's more, so you're gonna have to take it off of like Amantia's.
Oh, I gotcha.
That's why I was.
I guess we
trying
can
to do
assume
that.
Zachary would get some.
Yeah, we'll give it to her when she gets back.
So
So,
you're-
but that's an extra 24 GP.
Yeah, there's
30.
technically 36 gold here that would go to us instead of.
All right, what check am I doing again?
Perception check.
36 split.
Unless who else were you excluding?
You.
Besides,
I got robbed.
so that would be just 24 gold, 30
Urban.
silver.
Because I'm excluding the vault and
I
I'm
got a
excluding you.
7, not a natural 20, a 7.
Yeah, I did see it roll over. That was real sad. Yeah, you don't recognize the brooch in any way, and nothing seems to stick out.
It's fancy.
I do like fancy. You fancy a trade? And they kind of take the javelin out. Eh?
Fuck, I don't know how much gold did you send Zachria? Because I don't.
So Zachary, everybody got 12
Look in the
gold,
chat, yeah.
15 silver, 40
I mean,
copper.
you can just leave it on Zachria. Oh well.
Just take Amantia's, take Calx, and take the vault.
I mean, I've already cleaned up my sheet. I've got 0 of everything.
Did you fix the vault?
I can't. I think fix the vault.
I think the vault's something.
Oh, so you split the vault, or did you split the loot from the?
Split
the
the
pile.
loot, and it put it into everybody that's played the game before.
Did
I
you
think
did it give you the option to change how many it gets split, or
Nope.
is it?
That's
Oh,
why I
really?
clicked on it to see if I could.
He clicked
I
split 8
gotcha.
ways. It gave it to everybody.
I
Look in the
understand.
chat. It tells you how many everybody got. You
Oh.
minus those from those
Oh, yes,
people,
it
and then
does.
you give it out evenly.
Okay,
So,
so
it should be 36, like 45,
you're right.
like 120.
So I guess I won't be able to use that because it'll fucking loot it too. So yeah, and in future I just won't use the loot box for coins.
Yeah, the only bad thing is if everybody's here, Durman still gets a cut. If you just
shit,
click
you're
the
right.
split however many ways, Dermot
You're
still
right.
gets a cut no matter.
Well,
That's
okay, between
mechanically
the rest
funny.
of everyone else, that's another 27 gold and 8 silver, basically. Or
Okay, well I gotta
technically 24
fucking.
gold, 30 silver.
You gotta pay the camera crew. You
Yeah.
gotta pay the crew.
Here,
So
if we continue on, I'll just do the math on my calculator real quick, and I'll tell people what they have, and we can just add
Thank
it that
you.
way.
Thank you.
you see, this javelin hits harder, it's better.
Okay, I fixed
It's
the monster
just a
sheet.
javelin.
We
Yeah, but like,
are not.
say, what?
We are not rushing. Yes. Could identify.
And if you're going to identify, then I'd like to take a look around and maybe make sure we're actually in a safe area and nothing's going to come up.
Why don't we save identifying for later? We might have more things to discover.
It's true.
Fine.
Still say you light one of those candles. Who knows? Maybe it'll.
Not
Or-
lighting something without identifying.
It's the
Ah,
worst that could happen.
Weird and smart.
Now is a path on the ice.
Question is, well, it seems like that path might lead downwards from what Willier told us, so that's a good chance that might lead us down to those ruins.
It is possible. Now that we've cleared out the troll nest, perhaps we should continue with the other task at hand. Not just willy-nilly going down to the ice river.
Well, here's the proper splitting of the money. We should probably head back and at least check the other left passageway before we continue on.
Good. Let's continue on then. I'll start heading back.
Okay, so you're heading towards the what's it called? Towards the entrance of the cave to head down the other path.
I feel like this would be something like maybe in my dreams I would have remembered something like a bit more, less of just a guess of which way to go. But I'd assume yes. But
Sure. I mean,
Yeah.
from your dreams, from what you can remember, yeah. I mean, you have the visions were of the ruin itself, not so much how to get there.
yeah.
So it's hard to say.
I say we go back to the entrance and stay on the hard land. If there are ruins, you wouldn't make it accessible via the water. Unless somebody built a boat and dragged it in here.
The main thing
I
I'm
don't-
thinking about is if we head downwards and that river flows downwards, we may end up coming out of an aqueduct into the ruin somewhere. It may be a more direct entrance.
Point of order: as you guys are having this conversation, you climb up out of the lowered chunk where the troll den was, and you turn the corner and you see Donnie. He's standing there, and he looks towards you all as you're having this conversation. He says, "Flanks are secure."
Good work, Donnie.
Admittedly, I couldn't really see. It got really dark, but it's secure. I didn't get attacked.
Good job done. And I flick him a gold coin.
He catches it. Actually, does he catch it? Let's find out. Roll this publicly.
No.
You're a cut.
Rolling that 20. Do it. That's pretty
Hell
good,
yeah.
though.
Oh yeah, 18. Yeah, he catches it. He with an 18 he panics and he like tosses up a sword for a second, catches the coin, and then re-grabs his sword before it falls. You're like, oh shit, these guys got some skills.
Damn.
I guess the creature in the ice won't be a problem for you. Come on now.
Creature on the wait, hold on. Are we under attack?
Soon.
All right.
Yeah,
Um,
Heading back towards the entrance. Follow us.
to the entrance you go. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So you guys head down the
Quickly,
cave.
you sure you don't want me to check that really small entrance that only I could fit in? It's kind of. Are you sure? Like, we don't have to, but
I
don't think that
mean,
it seemed like
Only
anybody
you
could
can
fit
go in
there.
there.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's like real small for like people real small like me, and
All right, fine.
It's kind of my thing being small and all, you know.
That's really the only reason I'd be okay with it. It's kind of your thing.
Yeah, I like to stay in my lane, you know.
Yes, good. If you
So,
get
so we get all the way
trouble-
back to the entrance.
You
and
go
then
all the
turn
way
around.
back. All right.
It's just really been bugging me ever since 50 feet back there.
All right, here's my torch.
I'll say if you'd like to game this a little bit, if you're going on a solo stealth mish, if you wanted to attempt to do some to identify an item, calcs, you can.
Oh,
you can
there
do
we
so.
go.
All right, what is first?
The fancy thing.
Just grabbing
Bye.
hands at the brooch.
He's reaching
Give
for the
him the
brooch.
potion. Check that potion first.
Up to you guys.
Send a hold of bottle first.
There you go. You hand him.
Fairness.
You have this bottle of water. Your detect magic's still going up, and there's a magical presence from the bottle for sure. So it's not
Can I just try to do the first initial what is it, an Arcana check or something, to just try and taste it and like identify it?
sure. Yeah, make
Is that
a
thing.
yeah. No, you can sip. You're subject to any negative consequences that might happen. But yes, sipping to identify a potion is a thing. You get one though. One forever for this potion. But make an Arcana check.
I just to try and save some time, so I might get away with trying to identify.
Oh yeah, that tracks. Go ahead and you sip it.
It
Let's
burns.
see.
You probably should use it to identify one of the 12 candles.
Sip the
Take
candle.
a little bite out of the candle.
Wait, that's not water.
Licking candles.
So you rolled a 9. It tastes like clean, clear water.
Okay, I'll settle down with the pearl and just like using like a little like gem like magnifying glass, just sort of like identifying it.
Williard,
This candle.
as you go in your solo stealth mesh, you begin carefully walking across the ice and immediately realize that without a light source, it's going to be pretty difficult to go
I
on this
gave
mission.
I gave him my
Marcellus
torch.
Oh,
handed me the
I
torch.
got you. I missed that part. Okay, so you don't have a
Yeah.
torch currently?
So I will still try to be quiet. So I'll still
absolutely.
roll stealth.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check as you make your way.
20, dirty 20.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way down the lake. You can see you're now the furthest person who has come this far. The path does narrow down, and sure enough, yes, there is a very thin, very small section of. It's not even much of a river, as it was almost like a small, almost like a creek cut through this cave, and you don't think it's small enough now that you're here that your party probably could fit through it, right? They just have to do a little bit of squeezing. However, for you, it's going to be easy.
narrow part. Okay.
Right, for the narrowest part, yeah, because it does narrow way down. You're not the only one that can do it. It's just you're going to definitely have an easier time. But
Gotcha.
in either case, you begin moving your way down as quietly as you can, holding up the torch.
Yeah, I'm trying to see here. You know what? I've got a spare bit of clothing. Can I take like a shirt out and kind of hold the shirt in front of me and the torch kind of a little bit further back so that a whole shitload of torchlight isn't going out directly in front of me?
You're trying to mask, you're trying to cast some shadows.
Yeah,
Right
like
forward?
it'll still
Sure.
be light enough that's better than dark pitch black.
Sure. No, that'll we'll take that in consideration for any
Okay.
future rolls here. But go ahead, and as you're moving forward, just give me a perception check.
Yes, please. 23.
23. Okay. You get down a little ways, and you're at this point definitely far from sight of your companions and whatnot. But with a 23, you can hear some sounds kind of echoing a little bit down this narrow corridor from up ahead. You hear some like tapping sounds. With a 23, it sounds like stone scratching against stone, and then you hear someone just kind of humming to themselves. You think just that's what you hear. You don't see anything currently because you're still pretty much locked within this kind of winding, narrow path, but you definitely
Right.
pick that up.
Can any idea how far away it is, or it's in a cave, so it just
It's in a
echoes
cave.
forever?
It's
I
hard
have
to
no
say.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
then-
say because of the echo, you think that the humming itself probably is relatively quiet if you were like standing there, but because of the natural ambiance of the atmosphere here, it's kind of carrying.
Okay, then I don't want to give myself away if they're still humming. They know none the wiser. I will return.
Okay, you begin heading back. Do. All right. After his stealth mission, we'll say he was going extra quiet, so you were able to finish off your identify spell there, Calx, and you identify that bottle as a decanter of endless water.
Nice.
It is water.
Yes, it is.
So I'm gonna go ahead, Stan. Do you hand it back to Stan?
I just realized there was zero chance of me identifying it then because it just wouldn't.
It would have tasted like water. I was well aware. Even if you rolled really high, it would have been really funny. I would have been like, "That is water."
Like, what?
I didn't burn my part in that.
The only
Because
way
I
you would have been able to identify it is if you somehow were like, "Ah, fuck this," and you dumped it all out, and then realized it doesn't end. So how this works, just so you know, and I've identified it from your sheet, Stan. So for the time being, we'll say Kelk's handed it back to you. You can use the give command if you want to give it to anybody else, but it's there on your sheet now, identified. This decanter, it literally doesn't run out of water. You have just an endless supply of water now in this decanter, but it also has a couple of really interesting uses. You can use an action to remove the stopper and speak one of 3 command words, whereupon an amount of fresh water or salt water, your choice, pours out of the flask. The water stops pouring out at the start of your next turn, and you can choose from the following options. You can produce steam, produces 1 gallon of water worth of steam. You can do 5 gallons of a fountain. You can just spray this thing crazy like. And then you can also perform a geyser, which is even crazier amount of fountain, which produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forth in a geyser 30 feet long and 1 foot wide. As a bonus action, while holding the decanter, you can aim the geyser at a creature you can see within 30 feet of you. The target must make a DC 13 strength saving throw, or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage, and fall prone. Instead of a creature, you can target an object that isn't being worn or carried, and that weighs no more than 200 pounds, and the object is either knocked over or pushed up to 15 feet away from you. So that is how that works. It doesn't require attunement. It's just something you guys have, which is pretty useful because at the end of the day, it's still endless water. So any hardcore adventuring where water would be a source of something you would need, well, you've just negated that because it's infinite.
Water slide.
Holy
Could
shit,
make
that would
the
be
ultimate
awesome.
slip and slide.
Just put it on the top of a slide and just let it pour forever. Pretty great. But yes, that is the nature of that magic item. But yeah, as you identify this, you do see Williard has returned.
What came of your solo mission?
I'm humming. Something.
Tune stuck in your head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the same tune that whoever it is down that way is humming. It's catchy.
Hmm.
Yeah, somebody's down there. They're working on something.
It is a distraction, but should we investigate?
Well, I did only hear one, so...
Fairness, if it's gonna be the direction we're gonna need to go anyways, it's not like that'll be too different.
2 birds. Might not be a bad idea.
Very well.
Sorry, Mark. We're going this way.
Start going down that way.
We could use the new little watery thing to maybe make a water slide down there.
It's not.
To make ice slippery.
Yes.
No, but I mean, like, we put it on the thing, it'll go faster.
Let's.
Okay, in all honesty, I just want you to pour the water on the lake to see if anything happens that may be weird.
Why don't you go lick the ice and tell me how that goes?
eats ice, it melts.
All right, now
Seems strange.
It's being nice. But it is a bit tight, so
kind of look at Marcellus instead.
not easy to squeeze.
Like, impossible for me to squeeze.
Oh, just a squeeze for sure.
Right. Then we'll push forward.
All right. So you guys are walking across the ice to head down the narrow corridor.
Yep.
All righty.
Yeah, right?
Sure. I mean, that's
Yeah, all of us
It's-
on the ice.
it's your idea.
not a
Jumping
good
up and
idea.
down the
It's
ice.
ours.
All right. So you begin heading down the ice, and you're walking carefully as not to slip. And sure enough, it doesn't take you long before you realize that the passage does narrow pretty far down, and is going to require some effort to get through. But you guys can do so. I'm not going to make you roll for it because that seems kind of pointless. It's just one of those things that it slows down the time it takes to get by, but it doesn't stop you from doing. And we'll say, since you already succeeded the roll, Williard, that once you get about as far as you were, yeah, you stop everybody, and sure enough, yeah, you all hear that same thing. Just some. Well, I think the tapping has stopped, but you definitely hear the humming. Just.
Do I recognize the song?
Make a history check.
Woo, 15.
15. It sounds relatively familiar. You think that this is just one of those classic songs that you would hear passing through like taverns of towns going through. Just it's one of those catchy, well-spread songs. Nothing that holds any sort of significant meaning in a magical sense or anything like that. It's just
It's a party in the USA.
Yes. Yeah.
At least a song I'm familiar with, so hopefully the creature isn't of a mysterious origin then.
Hold on. Cox raised a hand. I was want to listen for a second. Is there any obvious difference in the humming, or does it almost seem like it's repeating?
Make a perception check.
I don't suppose I could try to help with that, or just make a separate roll.
Yeah, it joint advantage, so you both roll and take the better.
If he's gonna stop us to listen, I'm gonna try to listen too.
11. I'm just paranoid because I just was reminded that Magic Mouth, for instance, exists that can cause sounds. So
17.
Rue.
You're unsure,
Not a
Kyle?
bad
So
idea.
actually, no, it's a joint roll. So you guys kind of come under the conclusion that it doesn't seem to be repeating. In fact, the individual singing, whoever this is, kind of falls off key a couple of times. They're not the best of hummers, I would say. And every once in a while they'll kind of stop, and there's a few seconds of pause, and then they'll keep going. But they pick off where they left off. It's not like a loop.
okay. Cox will retract his hand.
Right. Continue, Stan.
Are you moving forward in a stealthy
Oh, no.
manner, or are you just guys squeezing on through?
I gotta let them. I can kind of motion for them to stay behind me a little bit, so I can get a little bit further ahead of them.
Yeah,
'cause they really don't need a light, and I'm gonna stealth.
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
and I'll actually hand off the torch to Deacon right behind me,
Okay.
and I'll stick with Sten between his legs, and
3
just kind
tens in a
of be
row.
using my feeling to feel where he's moving, still listening
I
to
gotcha,
the
I
humming
gotcha.
and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, and then I'll just squeeze past Deacon just to get into in front of him. Just
you guys
awkwardly.
get maybe a little uncomfortably close because
Yeah.
of how.
That
of
is
how-
literally metal. I am against.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, so yeah, stealth checks from Sten and Williard, which looks like 15 from Sten
15.
and then 24 for
gonna-
Williard. Great.
I'll be right here. All right.
So as you press forward, Sten, quietly and honing in with your dark vision, you do feel the halfling kind of holding on to your pant leg, just letting you guide him. Fortunately, though, despite your ineptitude of sight in this particular scenario, Williard, you don't find yourself gimped for long. As you stealth quietly as you can along the corridor, you begin to see a source of light around the bend here. The cavern kind of widens out a little bit, and you find yourself in a position to no longer need to squeeze Sten. And you can see the river kind of ends towards another much smaller embankment than the pond that you guys set forth on this ice through. And you see a figure on that shore. They look human. They look super raggedy, dark matted hair, kind of torn clothes. And you can see they're a little hunchbacked a little bit, and they're examining some stuff, but their back is to you, so you can't really see what's going on. And this person is clearly the one who's doing the humming.
All right. A little
Oh,
bit.
I should probably see if they see you. So hold on a second.
A little bit of
You-
time travel.
Oh, you weren't supposed to. That was.
Oh, they definitely didn't see us because I succeeded, right?
So
little
it's
bit of-
yeah. Anyways, continue.
A little bit of time travel for me specifically. When we found out about these ruins, is there bad stuff happen to do with these ruins, or we just know that there is treasures inside?
That is a question for Marcellus.
Oh, Marcellus.
What?
Did you let us know if there were bad things about these ruins, or is there just stuff inside that we need to go get?
Well, it seems as though. Hold
Wait,
on.
we have a bit of a flashback. This is a conversation that happens before you enter the cave. But continue.
Yeah. Well, this happened when we figured out we were going for some ruins. Like I wasn't here for it, so I don't know if these could potentially be bad guys or not, and I don't know if that was information that was shared.
Yeah, it's like I
Would
said.
definitely be a situation where balance needs to be restored, the divine will needs to be enforced, and harmony must be reinstated.
There you go.
Right.
All I heard was throw a dart at it.
Directly from my notes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Moving
Gotcha.
forward, back into the present now. You think back on the conversation, the brief conversation you had in the morning, and the cryptedness of his description of this place. That's what you have to go on, which isn't much to say the least. But here you are.
All right. And we're approaching, or at least we're this far.
Yep. And so because of its role, which I accidentally revealed to you all, my bad. And since one of you succeeded and one of you didn't, I'm just gonna do a roll off here. Roll off. In a way that hopefully you don't see this roll. Oh, okay. No, he definitely does not see you.
Okay. I can't see anything, but I kind of tug on Sten's pant leg a little bit, and I just motion between us, and then make like a talking motion.
One detail I forgot to mention, because you can actually see. At least you should. There is a lit torch at this creature's feet, like it just kind of sat propped up in between some rocks, which is the source of light that you see, which is why you can see it, William.
Right,
And I hope that
right.
you can actually see it on the map here, but yeah.
I can, yep. Yeah. So I'll just motion between us, and then make a talking motion, and then point at him, and point at the person, and kind of shrug.
Yeah, I'll advance. I'd like to advance forward to the edge of his light to kind of see around the corner
Sure.
without stepping into the light fully yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me just one more stealth check, just because you are advancing now into a more obvious position.
Right, you just want us to fail, DM.
No, he's already made his roll, so he's not rolling again. It's just to see how. Okay,
18
That was
for
an 8.
myself.
Once again, you have. I need to do another roll. Flat.
Oh boy.
Okay. You guys get right to the edge of where the torchlight is the brightest, and the figure still doesn't seem to notice you. But one important note here. As you crest around the corner, and now you can see the full small embankment of where this small little frozen river ends, you can see that there's a section of cave here that is, well, not cave. You see what looks like an ancient looking old stone structure. It's just kind of affixed at the far end of your vision here. And you can see a door, a large double door, closed, barring its interior, but it's definitely unnatural. And the creature seems to be very close to the doorway.
And they're not doing anything anymore. You had previously said that the noises, other than humming, had stopped. Is he still not doing anything?
I think at this point, since you guys have kind of moved up closely, you can see he has set down he set down rocks that were in his hands, and he has set them down into a small pile that you can see is one barring his torch that's being held up, and also kind of like forming almost like a crude pyramid of sorts, just a small little rock stack. You're not sure what it means, but it seems to be that the tapping was probably stone on stone.
Gathering and stacking. Okay. He's not fiddling with the door at all.
Not currently. In fact, actually, now he has picked up his torch. And what do you guys do?
I still can't see anything other than what's out there, so I'm just kind of... Or no, is this dim light? I'm in dim light right now.
You are
so I
currently in
can't
dim
see.
light. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I can see, okay. I'm just waiting for Sten to do something since he's the protector.
Protector.
Yeah, at
Protector's
this point,
probably gonna
I'm
do
tiny
something.
in between your legs. You're the protector.
I'm gonna step in the light and say, "Hail!"
All right, Sten, you step forward and say, "Hail!" And you all can hear this. Sten's voice echoes through the cavern, and the humming immediately comes to a cease. And the figure jumps, like they're startled, and they turn around and they kind of just wave the torch in your direction. You can see as the torchlight is reflecting off their face, gaunt features, human by the looks of it, and the left eye is completely gone. There's just an empty socket there. The right one now staring at you says, "Who goes there?" Creature.
Oh boy. They'll start moving out of this crack.
There you go. I'll step forward into the light and just kind of wave. Hi.
All right. He says, "Wait, you're not insects? You're people. Well, isn't that a sight? Are you here to mug me?"
Probably not.
No.
"And then why are you here? This isn't a place for you."
What place is it then?
"An ancient place, an old place, a place of protection," he says. At this point, the rest of you begin to turn the corner, and light illuminates the scene much more than it was before, and you can all now visually see this strange figure.
I'll kind of hands up, just kind of start easing my way around this corner as to let people out of the corridor.
Sure. Yeah, you all begin to make your way out.
Easy now.
And the man kind of backs into the corner of where the ruin and the cave wall meet. And he's looking a little frightened.
Not here to
It's
hurt
easy
you.
there.
"Not all at once. I can't My old ears can't pick it up.
How long have you lived in this cave?
That's a weird question to ask me. Who are you?
I am Marcellus. These are all my friends.
Okay, but why are you here?
You could
This
ask
isn't
you
your
the same.
home?
Could ask you the same question.
Well, this is my home.
Live in this cave.
Well, more or less, yeah. And I don't come storming into your place of living, do I? For all I know, you're here to rob me. I'll have you know I have no coin or anything of value.
You live with the troll?
No, they moved in here recently. Those foul beings. They make it harder to gather.
Your lucky day.
Why? And why is that one raising his hand?
I question DM.
Yeah, what's up?
Because I assume it hasn't been over an hour, so my detect magic still should be up.
Fucking detect magic's an hour?
I'm
Thought it was-
relatively certain. It's
I didn't
oh,
think
never
it was
mind,
an
10
hour.
minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's
Never
gone.
mind.
That's gone.
Ignore me.
You start
Ooh.
setting up the candles.
How far?
1 minute.
I want to, however, while this conversation is going on, I want to take the torch from my unseen servant and then just send it to the door.
Speaking of which, I gotta bring that over.
Oh,
And I'm basically just gonna have it like hold onto the door to try and just basically barring entry if needed.
The torch, moves its way on its own.
So
seemingly.
I'm very specifically taking the torch from the unseen servant, so there isn't like a visual tell that there's something
I
there.
understand. That's
Just in
probably
case this
wise.
guy tries to like dip and like go through this door, I have the servant just sort of there.
I
Not that I
understand,
think it'll
I
matter because it has like a strength of like 2 or something.
Sure,
but-
sure, sure. Okay, so you have the torch, and your unseen servant is now at the door. Which notably, there's no handle to which. There's definitely a divide between where the double door exists. So it definitely is a doorway that can open, but there's no obvious way, at least right now, of how to open it.
I see.
Fuck, what was the last thing that was said to this creature? Now I don't even remember. We got off on mechanics again.
It was the
yes.
comment about the trolls not being a problem anymore.
Oh, right. Yeah. So he is inquiring as to why. What do you mean? It's my lucky day.
Seems as though the trolls have met with a untimely and unfortunate end.
Did you bring their end about?
That's yes. In fact, we did.
Well, then I suppose I'm in your gratitude, strangers. It still doesn't explain why you're here in my home.
Well, it is a very nice home you have.
Well, thank you. I've acquired some new furniture, and he motions over towards the pile of rocks.
May I?
Oh, by all means, have a seat.
All right, I'm gonna go sit on its pile of rocks.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
16.
You maintain your balance. The rocks don't give way before or under you. It's incredibly uncomfortable. And but yeah, you're sitting down on this pile of rocks, and the creature just kind of looks towards you. I think since you're giving off a little bit of a vibe of passiveness, he lowers his guard a little bit as a manner of speaking. He doesn't look as frightened. He looks intrigued now more than anything.
I can tell that you are a man of simple tastes, such as myself.
Well, we get by.
We all do something to get by, of course. Me and my companions here, we are a bit of explorers.
Explorers, you say? So that's why you're here. Looking for ore and treasure? Is that it?
Oh, anything that is of value, really.
Well, there's no treasure here.
I beg to differ. Your home is quite the treasure.
Excuse me, what does that mean?
It means I am a bit jealous of you.
Oh, well, thank you. I try.
Yes, I have this. I sleep in the middle of a church. It's constantly people walking through it. You know how annoying that is when you're trying to sleep.
You're from a church.
I am.
You said you're explorers?
Indeed.
Why do you sleep in a church?
It's better than sleeping under the stars.
I see. Are you some sort of priest?
I would say that I am a holy man, not necessarily a priest.
He looks at you pretty intently with his one eye, and he says, well, either way, this is my home, and no guests are welcome. You can go back to your church and sleep for the night. What time is it anyway?
In a cave, it doesn't matter, does it?
I haven't been outside in days. Those trolls moved in, and I can't really get by them without being eaten.
Well, luckily that won't be an issue for you any longer.
Right,
Are you-
well,
You're the only occupant of these caves.
oh no. Oh no, the cave is my friend. It's all around us.
What is the most expedient way out?
Well, that way is where the bugs crawl. And that way, and when I say this, the first way he pointed was in the, you see off to your left where you came in a southernmost direction. There's just a cave passage that carries off into unknown whereabouts. And then he points towards the direction you came from, and he says, but that way would probably be the safest, the quickest. No, that's the way you came. There's no trolls there anymore.
Yes, but we were looking for the quickest way out.
I suppose that would be the quickest now, wouldn't it? You're very strange, all of you. The rest of you stare in silence. I know silence well. Outside of me head's voices, you know.
You have lots of them.
They come and go.
So he kind of points out the rest of the group, like, kind of absentmindedly, to kind of turn my attention away from him, and I want to start proceeding towards the stone structures. Trying to just getting close to the wall near him.
So you're going to start heading towards, like, where the doorway to the ruin is?
Yeah.
Okay. You start making your way, and you kind of walk past Marcellus a bit, where he's sitting on the pile of rocks. The creature now steps forward from his little corner and kind of puts himself in between you and the doorway, and he says, I said no entry. You're not welcome here.
What if I need to go through there to get home?
No, your home's the other way.
But the cave is our home. Didn't you just say it's our friend?
No,
Why
the
would
cave
we
is
not?
my home, not your home. You don't live here.
Why not?
Because I live here.
Well, we'll go through here, and then we won't be a problem.
No. There is no need for that. If you
Why
dealt
is-
with the cave, or the trolls, I thank you. But this is my home, and you are as good as intruders. Strangers. Explorers. He looks towards you intently. Priest. Marcellus.
Don't you wish to go check and see we're not lying? We don't want you to go out there and get eaten after all.
No. I'm good right here. I have to, I have more furniture to acquire.
I did see this giant, beautiful piece of furniture next to one of the trolls. He tried to throw it at us.
Sounds like you've earned it then. You should take it and go back to where you came from. But this place is sacred, and it does not belong to you.
I just don't know if your home is safe anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, we took
You
care
dealt
of
with the trolls? Are you here to
Yep.
deal with the insects too? They're mostly harmless.
What kind of insects?
They skitter, they crawl, they lurk below.
Big.
Oh, very big. About his size. And he points towards Williard.
Quite big for a bug.
Oh, very, very terrifying. But you steer clear and you learn to coexist.
Well,
Can I tell if this dude is putting on an act?
Make an insight check.
And I'm just looking back at the party, kind of like at Calx too, just kind of like shrugging.
19.
Kinda.
You definitely with a 19 think this person's a little off his rockers. But he's definitely someone who is
With a 1, I think this guy's a little off his rockers.
That's yeah.
With a 19, yeah.
But he's definitely someone who is clearly withholding his true purpose. He is you can sense that his facial expressions, especially towards Deacon who approached, he is someone who's become very guarded and is not disclosing as to why.
yes. Well, friend, I do believe the cave system is no longer as safe as it used to be. You see, there was a tribe of goblins that was also quite interested in taking the hoard that belonged to the trolls.
I do hate me a goblin. The thieves they are.
We have dispersed the trolls' hoard, of course. That means they'll just scour the cave system in its entirety, trying to find it. Now,
Oh, no.
now that
You would lure the goblins here? Why would you do that?
they were on their way here already. We dispatched some. More could come.
Then you should
Don't-
deal with them, yes? You'll protect me. You'll keep me
can't.
safe.
We can't leave and protect you at the same time, friend.
Very well. Suppose it's not so safe. What are you suggesting?
Well, we must help you barricade yourself in, of course. Allow
need
the
to
trouble
protect my
to
home.
pass.
How do I know this isn't some sort of trick?
I'll
Is it safe past
I'll
your
give you
door?
something of mine to hold on to. Something precious to me. And I'll take it back when I leave.
And what is precious to you, priest?
I'll give you my righteous hammer. And I'll give him my mace.
Alright.
Without this, I am defenseless.
Make a deception check.
Come on. How you guys got to step up. I can't do all these charisma checks all the time. Come
What
on.
do you mean? You're so charismatic.
Oh, sure, yeah.
5.
He points to the crossbow on your back and he says, "Defenseless my hermit ass."
I don't have that crossbow anymore. I
Oh.
gave it.
Shit. I thought, okay, well, that's fair. He says, and in that case, he says, "Defenseless, no, priest. I know me a priest. I know they are holy people. They possess magic."
Do they now? You know many priests.
No, I just know they possess magic.
How do you know this?
I'm a traveled man. With your insight check, Williard, you know he's lying when he says that.
When was the last time you met a priest?
What's it to you?
I haven't met many priests that have magic, is all. I would like to meet him.
He holds out his hand towards your mace.
I'll flip it over, so I'm holding onto the and then hand him the handle.
He holds onto it. He says, "This is not the priest weapon. I would know, priest, because I am one too."
You have magic, then.
I possess gifts from the divine.
Show me.
He says, "Well, if you won't mind, lift off my chair for a moment."
Okay, I'll get up and out of the chair.
He holds out his hand, the one. Actually, shit. He puts the mace in the same hand with the torch. He's holding onto both of them, and then he holds out a open palm, and you can see him concentrating. He's squinting that one eye, and suddenly there's a flash of light that kind of overcomes the rocks, and you make a religion check.
Solving problems as a good party is a way slower process than solving problems as an evil party.
That's a natural one.
Natural one. You have no idea what that was. You have no idea if it was divine or just some sort of wizardry, but it was definitely magic. And the rest of you all see this too. There's just the whole pile of rocks is overcome in this light.
Can
And
I?
he says, go ahead.
I just want to cast a message real quick to Deacon. Just
Why haven't we stabbed him?
I already did on it, and I want to non-lethally
Make
with
a
the dagger.
make a stealth check because message does require you to whisper.
Oh, I forgot about that.
oh right, yeah, shit.
Well, if it's if it's anything to help with, I'm already going for an attack.
14.
14. Deacon, you said you're attacking this guy?
Yeah, I had my dagger carried in my offhand, and I'm just gonna try with the back of the dagger, try to non-lethally knock this guy out. He doesn't seem very sturdy.
If you guys are going aggro and he can see you, we're gonna go into initiative. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh no,
Appreciate
I'm
Marcellus.
unarmed.
Oh no, what have we done?
He's defenseless.
Well,
I do
actually,
like, by the way, Bryce, that right as I was about to do this, you're like, why are we still
Yeah.
dealing with this shit? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I would have answered you out loud to that message saying, already
I
on
was
it.
trying to come up with a way to ask the party if I could just go up and hit him 3 times.
My decision was like,
now I
if-
get a natural 20. Jeez.
on the initiative of a very easy battle. Yeah.
my entire decision was based off of if this guy was a priest, and I can't tell, so. I rolled like, shit.
Yeah, I
actually-
rolled a 1 and an 8, and a
I-
3. Sorry.
I roll really bad initiatives on this character, I've noticed.
Okay. So Donnie got a natural 20 on his initiative as well.
Yeah, Donnie.
All right, so let's jump into a little impromptu battle here. Technically, I shouldn't say battle. It's just an initiative. So you all see as Deacon is reaching for a dagger, but the first to actually act, and you don't have to necessarily do anything. If you want to just wait to see what happens, you can, just pass. But or hold your turn. It is the first round of combat, of course. In any case, let's see here. The first to do anything that was going to be Sten, actually, the barbarian.
Real.
Yeah, he got a 22.
I'll just kind of
Yes.
Approach.
Deacon pulls out a dagger, goes for the blunt, instead just comes over to decapitate
No!
Rage.
I could attack it recklessly. Oh my god.
If you, I mean, that's up to you. You
Splatter
see,
the wall.
you visibly see Deacon. He's starting to do it discreetly, but he is reaching for a dagger, and you see that he's about to do something aggressive, but you, in this particular moment, are faster. So if you want to do something first, that's up to you.
I'll approach and stand next to Deacon.
All right. So you move up right next to Deacon. You're now within 5 feet of this strange creature. And are you going to attack, or what are you doing?
Nah, I'm gonna hold my attack. I
Okay.
feel like
not-
slicing him in half.
Yeah, I
with
was
my
saying, let's
feet.
not just
It's
decapitate
a little
this
too
poor
evil.
guy.
All right. Yeah, you step forward and you're kind of putting yourself in a very intimidating stance. And then the next person to actually go is going to be Marcellus.
Alright. I'll head over to the other side of Deacon
Okay.
and
I should probably.
Everyone's
people
gonna
can
go
see.
before me.
Yeah, you rolled really bad. Sorry, bud.
No,
yeah, I'm gonna try to wrestle my weapon away from this guy. I need this.
Give that back. Sure, yeah. Give me a. I guess this would be an athletics roll. Oops, hold on. Do.
8.
And then here we go.
Looks like
hey, that's
sinewy.
my initiative.
He looks sinewy. He's weak.
All right. You got an 8. Let's see how he does. Yeah. He got a 3 with the -2 modifier. You just pull the mace right from his hand with your action.
I'll take that.
All right. Is that you? You done?
Yeah, that's me.
On Donnie's turn,
Fireball.
he immediately sees some shit going down, and he's gonna rush past Williard, and he's gonna stand right here on the southern cave that you guys haven't explored, and he's just watching that flank.
Yeah.
Trained him well.
He also has my crossbow too. Just remember that.
Right, that's right. That's how you gave it to that. I remember that now. Okay, next up is this creature, this one-eyed man. Seeing that you guys have kind of popped off, and I should probably clarify before I take his turn. What do you hold? What is the trigger of your held action there, Sten?
Probably to grab him if he tries to run by me.
Okay. He doesn't necessarily do that because he's kind of cornered at the moment between all of you. But I think he's going to look towards Marcellus, who's the first one to take any action against him physically, and he's going to extend that hand towards you, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do 13.
13 is the DC. You step out of the way, seeing it coming, and sure enough, the space you were standing just gets engulfed in that bright divine light, and but it doesn't seem to affect you. And the he yells out. He says, "Wait! I thought you were going to mug me. We don't have to go aggressive." And that's his turn. At this point, Deacon, you've pulled the dagger out and you've turned around, but it's Kelx's turn.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm
Magic
aware.
missiles. 3rd level. Just
I'm going to be last, just so you know.
What are you doing, Kelx?
so quiet.
So quiet. I don't think it might not kill him, but also Calx I don't think cares. Calx is going to just like little mind sliver. I need him to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, sure.
I'm sure he's super smart.
I'm sure he's
I
got
mean,
lots of health.
17.
Oh, with a -3.
No, he doesn't have a minus in that stat.
Okay, well, yeah,
it's
that'll
not,
do
It's
it.
not of the 3 stats he has minuses in.
So Calx conjures up his magical assault, and it just whips on his hermit.
You see his one eye twitches for a moment, but that's it.
That's it. Calx just stand there confused.
Williard. You can see this guy begging for his life. He did try to engulf Marcellus in some radiant flame.
Could have been killed.
You're muted.
Deacon goes after me.
Yep. I told you I rolled real bad.
Yeah.
did I.
But you have
All right.
deck, so we both know this.
Oh, that's right.
True.
I do. I have max dexterity, which is 30. DM. I have a 30 in my dex.
That's not true.
Damn it.
For the
All
chat.
right.
I believe.
I'm just gonna let Deacon do his thing. I will also approach,
Sure.
but I will ready my action. I'll just kind of walk up with quarterstaff in hand.
Okay. What are you readying your action for? Just to
If he is, I know exactly what Deacon's doing. Is if he doesn't go down.
Okay.
then
So if he doesn't go down from Deacon's assault, you're gonna attack.
I'm
I
gonna
got you.
jump to get the height and give him a smack on the top of the head if need be.
Sure. Deacon, you have the dagger in your hand. You've now turned around. Everybody is just kind of just either enforced themselves in the situation or attempted an assault. Not that you would know technically.
Hi, friend.
Everybody's watching you very
I know,
intently.
I'm just like,
He's
you know,
cowering. He's cowering. He's
this
cowering
is why
and
I
begging
don't
for his
do
life.
close combat. Everyone always has to go for it before me. And I'm just gonna continue the motion I had before and just try to like bop this guy on the forehead with the back of the dagger.
Okay, so are you going non-lethally?
Yeah, non-lethal.
Sure. Okay. Make an attack roll non-lethally. That's just a normal dagger strike.
23.
Yes, that hits.
I'm gonna re-roll that too because I can.
No, this is not piercing damage.
Improvised.
This is bludgeoning.
Oh, it is bludgeoning. Yeah.
So
What if I just have a very, very no?
No.
Well, in that case, it's still 6.
he goes unconscious.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think it was gonna take much. That's why I wasn't really worried.
Yes.
And then he just boom.
You
Good
just
work.
poof, and he just crumples over.
Yeah,
Still alive,
attempt
still
to
breathing.
Try to catch his body as he falls, or at least soften the.
Sure. I'll just give that one to you. Yeah, you're able to stop him from falling down to, any sort of significant damage by bashing his head on something. But in either case, that's that mini. That's that mini encounter.
Sheath the dagger, and then I just turn back towards Calx and just go, "What?"
Good work, Calx. You once again stood there and did nothing.
I am conserving.
Well, now that we're past my embarrassment of going slower than literally everyone else, including the one-eyed hermit, can we try to figure out how to get this door open?
Sure. You start working on the door. I'll look this guy over. Seeing as he called himself a priest, I want to search his pockets and see if he's got like a book or something.
Well, considering that burst of whatever that was, I actually am a little more inclined to believe him.
Okay.
I'll start looking over the door.
Both of you, for different reasons here, give me investigation checks.
Can I argue perception?
Dirty 20.
Sure. You can if you're looking it over rather than like trying to Sherlock Holmes it.
Yeah, I
dirty
was gonna
20?
say, I'm not trying to open it so much as I'm trying to see if there's hinges, things like that, like just looking for obvious signs of like air passing through, blah, blah, blah.
Sure. No, okay.
That'll be a 23 on the perception check.
23. Okay. So first things first, you look over the doorway and you don't see any obvious handles or whatnot to turn it over. However, you can see with your perception that there are very faint engravings on either door, of either side of the doors. forming some sort of maybe glyphs or symbols or something. You're not sure, but you notice them. And then Marcellus, as you kind of go over this person's possessions, he doesn't have much of anything. He does have a pouch next to him. And when you kind of rifle through that pouch, you find some scraps, very old, not healthy, cold food scraps of some sort. And most notably, and probably concerningly, what looks to be a human skull.
Well, just tucked away in there.
Just in his side pouch, yeah.
Okay. Let's
And I should
set
mention it's the top half, like the lower jaw is missing. It's just like the
let's set him back up on his chair. Want him to be comfortable. And I'll take the skull and just sort of hold on to it, and I'll just be waiting in case he wakes up.
Okay. You pull him off and set him on the chair. He is out cold, so he is not. He does not wake up. He kind of slumps over, and the rocks kind of stumble down and form a loose, uncomfortable, you would gather, bed that he is now kind of laying upon.
I'll offer up to Marcellus
Should we secure him?
and hold out some rope.
Might as well. Not that
Alright.
do anything too
You might as well just
dangerous.
tie his hands. I don't think he's strong enough to break out of anything.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and cut a length of rope and tie up his hands and feet and just leave him there for now.
Given all the signs that we have, these ruins being something to do with your dreams and him being a priest, I'm going to assume I'll need your help to open this door. I can see engravings here. There are nothing I can tell off of looking, but maybe one of your spells may open the door.
What are these markings?
There's one here, and there's one here.
Make another religion check, Marcellus.
Can I check to see if it's like a enchantment, like a warding spell or something?
Make an Arcana check.
Only 9.
Dirty
20.
20.
20 teased.
Okay. With the 9, Marcellus, you're not really sure the origin or the purpose of these symbols. However, with your Arcana check, Calx, you do, you gather that there is probably some sort of minor magical significance to these glyphs. You don't necessarily think it's a trap per se, but probably a key component to the door's ability to open or close.
I'm just thinking maybe if we cast some kind of spell on one of the glyphs, something that actually sticks to it. I'm just going off of a hunch right now. This seems to be a whole religious thing, and I don't know all that much about the religion of this place.
Can you do the flash?
Looking to you, Marcellus.
The flash.
I mean that light spell?
Flames.
Do you even know who I am?
It was a long shot.
I think I've seen him light a fire since I've known him, so...
Well, have you tried just pushing the door yet?
And I was more afraid pushing this door might trigger something. For a penny, or in for a copper, in for a gold, and I pushed the door.
It does not budge.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. At least it didn't kill me.
Yeah, and you gather there's no amount of strength would probably open this door. Well, I shouldn't say that, but it would take a significant amount.
Sten's gonna walk up and pull the door.
There's no handles to pull on, so you're looking a little perplexed as you don't find a pulling mechanism, but you can attempt to push if you'd like.
That's a yes. He's gonna. do
Yeah,
it.
give it a little.
He's got
push.
one thing.
You're the strongest of the party by far. So it's a bit of a long shot, not to steal another person's line today, but you can try it. Make a this is just a straight strength check. Oh yeah, we'll make it athletics. Sure, I'll give you a little bit of a chance.
Because it won't matter.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, maybe.
Nah.
Yeah, no.
11.
Yep. You push. You brace yourself against the stone cave floor. These doors are not moving. They do not react to your strength.
Then I'll give them a good looking over.
Okay. Give me just investigation check if you're trying to discern anything.
I think there is a lock, either word or spell.
Yes. Are there any like marks on the ground? Like, has the door opened recently before? Or
I will say that's probably pretty apparent. You do see that it's actually there are a little bit of displacements on the cave, some scratch marks near the very base. You gather that these doors probably do open outward towards you, and they have scratched against the cave floor a little bit, and they have opened. With a 7 investigation check, Sten, no, you don't detect any other ways outside of those strange symbols on the door.
Find a part of the door that seems to have half of a skull-like indent.
Nope, there's definitely nothing of the sort. I think that would have been pretty apparent by now.
Yeah,
if you would've
just you never know. Gotta ask.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
There's actually an open button right on the side.
It's actually a big red button.
well, shall we wake our friend up and ask him how to open the door?
Suppose we have proven points.
I feel like we're getting too comfortable with just attacking individuals.
Fairness, that's why I didn't go to kill him and I go to walk over to slap him awake.
Okay. Smack! Yeah, across the guy's face, and he opens up that eye, and he looks towards you. And he kind of instinctually brings up a hand to his head. I'm not dead, he says.
You're very dexterous, seeing as your hands are tied.
Oh yeah, that's true. He did tie his hands. I take it back. He doesn't reach his hand up there, but he does squint, and that's what he says. And yeah, I'm not dead.
No reason to kill you. You were just being quite intolerable.
He says, he looks down, and he. Where is that skull at the moment?
I'm just holding it.
You are robbers. I knew it. I shouldn't have let you close. I shouldn't have let you test my sacred chair. What do you want from me, priest?
I've just kind of moved over him so he's facing the door and Marcellus.
Yes. Who's your friend? I'll hold up the skull.
He used to live here before me. A long time ago, within those walls.
I see. And how do we open this door?
He thinks for a moment and realizes just how outnumbered he is, and he says,
I can open it, but if you explorers tend to go within, I will come with you. I'll give you a tour. That is my deal.
I'm just behind him, just shrugging. Just like making a motion behind his head of the...
You make this sound like a tourist destination.
Oh, not in the slightest. You'll find it quite... well, you'll see for yourself, priest. But that is my deal. I'll open it for you. On condition that I will take you through the halls. And that my hands be unbound. This is a bit ridiculous. You can keep the skull. He was rude anyway.
What would you want for in exchange to just tell us how to open the door.
That's not how this works. I have, it is my home after all. I can't just let you go rummaging in without showing you the place first.
Very
there's no-
well.
There's no harm in it, right? Cut his binds.
Thank you.
Rubs his wrists a little bit. You can see he's definitely, even the slight tug of rope is pretty significant on him.
And he says, stand away, stand away.
Don't really move much.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I need to open the door for you. You can get burned if you want, but I have to open the door.
All right.
I
Stand back a little bit.
Just, yeah, step back.
Okay.
Next to Calx.
I'll whisper over to, our flank protection here and sort of just like tap onto his crossbow.
He switches to his crossbow discreetly. The figure extends out his hand, and a flash of light overtakes the door, and you can see it lingers within the symbols of the door. And seemingly on their own, they part open towards you, revealing the interior within, which we'll get to after this break.
Damn it.
Don't go anywhere, everybody. We will be back to see what it is our party here has uncovered.
As soon as he opens the door, just.
Why would you? God damn it, Brian! I was gonna.
I mute now.
Welcome back, everybody. And he's fucking off. Thanks for fucking up the comeback and then leaving. So jumping back in from our intermission. I hope you guys refreshed your drinks and are sitting in ready for the rest of the session. I'm excited. So jumping back into the fantasy. You have all are standing in front of this ruin deep within this cave, just a few miles away from your keep. And with the aid of this strange one-eyed individual, they have opened the door to the interior within, casting a little bit of divine magics of sorts. And here we go. All right. And before you, the entrance is open. You can see with the various torchlights that some of you possess, which I would assume all of you are kind of looking within, that there is a normal size looking room, I suppose, that opens up before you, almost like a just a standard entry room, I guess, depending on what the purpose of this ruin is. But you can see through the edge of your various dark visions or torchlight that it immediately kind of cuts down, kind of angles into a hallway, a pretty wide hallway, continuing deeper within the structure. And the first thing that you notice, and you can't see the entire details of this first room because you're still sat outside, is this circular it's not like a dais, it's a very slightly raised stone, it's not even really much of a platform, but I can't think of a better word, that sits in the middle of this room, and it's pretty wide. But affixed to the middle of this platform, you see it almost looks like a not really a cauldron, but like a brass basin of sorts, or a brazier maybe, but rather than containing like a flammable substance or coals or whatnot, you just see this levitating spherical ball. It seems to be blue, or a light blue in color, almost like a sky blue. And that's the first thing that greets you in the entrance of this strange structure. And before you investigate further or do what you're going to do, after opening these doors, the one-eyed individual kind of pipes up and says, "Now, in the sake of fairness,
I welcome you to my home, but I must give you warning. I was not always living here, and the previous occupants still linger. Fragments of their old minds whisper, and they may not welcome you, aggressors. Fair warning I give, this place is not for the faint of heart.
He dropped the title name. I said
Title drop. Fragmentation.
It's frag grenade. He explodes.
They're frag grenades.
We all die. All right, well,
Yeah, that's weird and cryptic. All right, thanks.
yeah, thanks for making this about 10 times worse.
Shall we enter, he says.
Yeah, I feel like maybe you shouldn't go in first.
But I'm the tour guide. It was a part of our agreement.
You will, but I'd say we have Marcellus. Maybe if you'd like to go side by side with him, just in case.
Priest next to priest, as it were.
Yes.
I think that is ceremonious.
Just try not to hold hands. Come on.
Okay.
Yep. I'll walk in same time as he does.
All right.
Alex, get in front of me. I'm sure you're tired of being in the back. Thank you.
You.
Donnie, Pip, Pip, let's go.
Hey,
Right.
hi.
I'll take the rear flank, guys. Yeah. Don't worry.
I don't know
One of
what
those
pip
giant-
pip means. Is that a?
I don't know.
They
I
say
think
that, right?
I think you
Pip,
might
pip?
be being offensive. I
that's
think you
probably
swore at me.
racist in
I
some
think
way.
I think you
It
swore
might
at me just
be.
now. All right, you enter into the room and you can kind of see a little bit more of the fixtures within. You see where the walls kind of angle in towards the elongated hallway. You can see a fixture, kind of almost like a torch sconce, but it's more of almost like a candle sconce, we'll say, where a couple of candles unlit reside. You also see to your left and right there are doorways, closed doorways to other rooms, giving you three options on where you might want to press on going forward. And then lastly, flanking the left and right of the open doorway to this room, you see these large, extremely decorative, yet old and dusty urns.
What is the purpose of this room, tour guide?
He says, "It beckons. Do you hear the whispers? They're judging."
So we're just not gonna answer the questions that we ask, are we?
He says, "It's my foyer. How about that?
So you don't know the purpose of these rooms, then?
You don't know the purpose of these rooms.
Which is why I'm asking the tour guide.
This is my foyer. Look at my furniture. It's great."
Is there a pile of rocks here that he set up? Just
No, weirdly enough, there's no rocks here.
There's a big pot next to me. Yeah.
There is an urn next to you as you to your right as you come in the door. There's also one on the other side, or other, to the left of the door, but you're not near it.
Could I look inside with the torchlight?
You peer inside, holding on to your torch, and when you do so, you see there's a rush of wind that kind of hits your face, and you recoil, and jutting forth from the urn, you see this.
What the hell? I thought there was gonna be rupees. All right.
Definitely not rupees. And the
Is this
figure
where the whispers are coming from?
there is a whispering sensation as this thing appears. You see the one-eyed priest cowers. He tucks his way down into next to that basin with that floating sphere, and he says, "The whispers are angry. The whispers are angry."
Yeah, I
And-
also cower and tuck myself between Calc's legs. What the?
And suddenly, out of the other urn, another one appears,
Oh.
and it's initiative.
Sorry. Oh,
Yep.
no. Pip
What
pip.
do we got?
And
Pip.
previous combat, my bad.
Boop, I looked it up. It's an exclamatory.
There you go. All right, everybody roll
I
initiative.
guess, I guess that makes sense. Pip pip cheerio and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, ready for another natural one?
Yeah, let's do better this time, Brian.
Nah, I didn't do much better.
Oh, I didn't do a whole lot better, but
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna message you what mine was because I'm curious if we got the same damn one again.
no, it's still pretty bad, or it's not terrible.
Mine's
terrible,
still pretty bad too. I get the weirdest feeling we may have got the same.
I'll be surprised if you two do worse than I did.
but... oh,
Never
Well,
say
sounds
never.
very promising.
Yeah, it does.
Never say
Group
never.
morale is it's on its high.
We're knowing the dice aren't with us.
Wait, does Murdy not have any inspiration? Matt?
He does not currently, I don't think. No, he doesn't.
Give him inspiration.
Why, I mean, he needs to inspire me.
Well, we all started with inspiration. What do you mean?
You got inspiration for shit you did in the last campaign. He wasn't there. I'm not,
shit,
not,
really?
not against you
Yeah,
there.
we answered
Alright.
all the fucking
Oh,
cards
that's
right.
right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The prophecy.
No offense against Murdy, but Murdy wasn't
Plus,
Yeah, you
unlike
weren't there.
Bryce,
there. You weren't there. I gotta
BB
roll
only
for.
BB doesn't just hand out inspirations to only Curry, so it's fine.
I do have a soft spot for Curry.
Oh.
You know, Curry, take inspiration.
No, absolutely not.
I have it
Um,
already.
All right.
Remember, you can have up to 2 in inspiration in my game.
That's right. Do I get
I'm
inspiration for
gonna
finding these
roll for-
ghosts?
I just want to point out, Donnie got a natural 20 in the previous combat encounter that was pretty pointless. Got a natural 1 in this encounter, which is not so pointless.
It's okay. He's
tired.
outside.
He used all of his energy on the last combat.
Yeah. All
Standing
the-
in the dark.
Standing off to the side.
Couldn't see.
Oh,
just
man.
hanging out.
All right. The first to act is going to be Calx, believe it or not.
I really don't like that they're next to me.
Yeah, one of them has appeared next to you out of the other urn that you did not peer down.
Question.
Answer.
Because if they would be pushed back, I assume they would basically go like forward, like this way, right? Or would they just hit the wall that they're already at? And...
probably hit the wall. I mean, it depends on the origin of the push, right?
Oh, they're also ghosts, or at least I assume
They
they're
do seem to be a little bit spectral. Like you can see
Little.
through their glowy blue cells.
I might just launch them through the wall.
Through the wall. Well, we're going now.
Hey, problem solved.
Instead, Calx will go in surprise and just like reflex.
What was that? Hang on. What was that sound? Okay.
In this mix between a scream and a grunt, and just like magic missile right into this thing's face in front of me.
Oh shit. Okay. Point blank magic missile. Are you dropping all bolts?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Those are bad.
Scared Cup is scared.
For
Well-
10 points of force damage into it.
All right, 10 points of force damage. All right, all of these darts appear forth and just slam into this creature. And you can see the impact, and they kind of displace his ethereal form, which does kind of shimmer and kind of wisp a little bit, but is still mostly intact.
Deacon, save me.
That's my turn.
All right. Next up is their turn, actually. And you also see, yeah. Anyways, why did you move there, Nate?
Well, because
was hiding.
I was underneath Calx.
Oh, you were okay. So you had looked down that one. I understand. Okay.
No. I had looked down this one, and as soon as it popped up, I fell
gotcha. Okay,
backwards.
yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Underneath
Okay.
Calx, unless it was
No.
initiative at that point.
No, I would say you probably had enough time to cower as they were apparating. So sure, I'll allow it.
I scaredy cat fell backwards. Yeah.
In that case, I'll just do it anyway. It'll just step forward, and this one's going to attack you, and then the one that was magic missile by Calx will attack Calx. Let's see here. I gotta double check what they do.
Ghostly things, I imagine.
They permanently lower your level by 2.
No!
Permanently.
That would be fucked. Yeah, and then that means you die instantly, right? I think. Because you're level 2. No,
Because
wait.
Calx kill himself
You're
if
level
that
2.
happened.
Never mind. Anyways. My spell. All right. Let's see. What do they want to do? All right. Yeah. It's gonna try to attack you there, Mr. Williard, Mr. Halfling.
Mm-hmm. But luckily, since I am not a ghost, all of its arms and stuff go right through me.
Yeah. Well, probably because it rolled a 9. So.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that goes right through me.
That's unfortunate. Okay. Next up is going to be the one against Calx. See if I can do any better. I do. That's a 21 to hit.
Why do I even bother with mage armor? Yeah, that hits.
You take 4 points of necrotic damage as this thing just reaches forth and touches you. And I need you to.
Yeah, here it is.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah. Okay.
We're good at those.
Constitution. I mean, it's not my worst stat, but it is one of my worst rolls. That's a 5.
Okay, that's interesting. Your strength score is subtracted by 2.
I have a strength of 5 now.
Excellent. All right.
That's not how you lose control of your muscles in like one more hit.
Suddenly, appearing through the wall near where the candles came through, a couple more appear. One's going to rush up here. One's going to rush right here. And then another one's going to go right here. And then last but not least, one's going to go right here. And let's see, we're going to make an attack against old One Eye here. That's a 12, which does not hit, believe it or not. It just misses. And then against Marcellus, that's an 8, even worse. Another attack against Sten is a 16.
Nope.
Fuck. All right. And then finally, I'm really tempted to go against Donnie, but Deacon is closer, so it's going for Deacon. And that was almost a crit, but rolled over to a 17.
Still hits.
All right. You suffer 3 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm also great at this stat. It's a lie. It's not fully a lie. 13?
13. You succeed. And your strength is not reduced. That will finally end these strange spectral ghostly figures' turn and bring us to it'll bring us to the one-eyed man who will
see what
he will turn towards the one that tried to attack him, and he will say, "Behold my power!" And he will cast Sacred Flame. The
A level
ghostly
1 cleric.
the ghostly creature rolls a 12 on its dex save, which I don't think 13 is the DC, so it fails. So it's going to be a D8 of damage. Radiant. 5 points of radiant damage. You watch when this ghost takes this splash of light. It seems to impact pretty significantly, and you think it, maybe have taken double the damage it normally would have. But that will end One-Eyed Man's turn and bring us to Williard's turn.
We rolled the same damn thing again. I knew it.
And you still beat him.
I got dexterity.
Your damn dex.
Not that it's gonna matter in a ghost fight, but I don't know that. I'm gonna swing at it with my mop quarterstaff.
Sure.
Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. For 9.
9 does not hit the ghostly.
Awesome. Then I'm gonna punt it.
Your bonus action, go for it.
For a 17.
You punch the ghost successfully. Roll damage.
7 damage.
Okay, you miss wide with the quarterstaff, but you go in with that offhand punch, and your fist passes through its form, and you definitely see some of its etherealness disperse. It definitely seems impacted, but because there's no physicality there, maybe not as much as you thought.
Right.
To note, though, that particular one being the one that was blasted with magic missiles just a moment ago, it looks like it's barely holding on to its incorporealness. We'll say. But does that end your turn? I mean, you don't have a whole lot of movement. You're kind of surrounded by everyone.
Pretty surrounded by everybody. Yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay. Ending your turn, Williard, will bring us to Deacon's go.
Damn it, Calx. And then I'll have to drop the bow for a second. Then I'll reach for that dagger. Can't draw the other one. So I'm going to just take a swing at the same one that everybody else has been pummeling on, trying to just do
Just so you know, it's hard to see because of all the things there, but there is a wall bisecting. I'll move this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to have cover.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to walk on top, like I'm going to step.
Oh, I guess that's legal because
Williard.
he's okay.
And then I'm going to swing with the dagger and like just a forward cut. And as I do, that purple mist is going to appear on the dagger as I'm going to Zephyr Strike. Sorry, Brian Strike.
Brian is not a god in my universe. I refuse. So it is Zephyr Strike.
Brian Strike. And then I'll take the swing at it.
All right, go for it.
Trying to just drop this one that we've been working on.
We believe.
Glad I Zephyr Strike for 18 total.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing. 18 does hit.
All right. Going to be a D2. I'm going to favored foe these things for ghosts, just in case more come out.
All right, mark off use of your favorite foe. You have undead marked.
And then 1d4 for that, plus 1d8 for them being that. And then I'm going to also roll that 2 again, because I don't like 2s.
Yeah, 2s are dumb.
That's
Three's
one
way
better.
It's still one better, so that's going to be 18 total.
Yep. So yeah, you stab forth. Magical energy kind of overtakes your strike, and the ghostly figure dissipates into a cloud of wind, really, and it kind of lingers for a little bit, that light blue etherealness, before just fading into nothing.
All right, I moved 5 feet. That thing is now dead in front of me, and I can move through my allies' terrain.
Yes.
And then I'm just gonna skirt around, look down the hallway real quick. Okay, there ain't shit going down there.
It's gonna be 2 attacks of opportunity. The first one you have.
Can't take attacks of opportunities against me because I use Zephyr Strike.
Damn it! Fuck.
And then I'm gonna run back next to Calix, and then I'm gonna just kind of like one arm in front of the dagger, and I'm gonna kind of like stand next to Calix, and like I obviously can't do any actual like defensive stances here, but I'm just like next to Calix, kind of keeping an eye on him.
Okay, sure.
As I'm like, there's nothing else up ahead unless they come through the walls. Watch what we have.
Fair enough. All right. Ending your turn will bring us to Marcellus's go.
I believe I shall pop a bless out.
Ooh.
Pop a bless.
Pop a bless for Sten, Deacon, and Willard. And that would be my turn, actually.
Okay, so Sten, Williard, and Deacon, you said? All right. Let me get these marked. Bless. And bless. All right. You 3 are blessed with divine energy from Marcellus' spell. And Marcellus, you hold your ground, also kind of surrounded by many of individuals. But that will bring us to Sten's go. Sten, you actually have 2 of these ghostly figures. Plenty of targets for you. What would you like to do?
Let's hit the one to my right.
Okay, sure. So the one that attacked you, basically?
Yeah.
Well, at least tried to. All right, go ahead and make an attack roll against it.
15.
15 hits. Roll damage.
Nice. There you go.
Okay. Your axe swipes right through, and if this was a physical creature, you might have bisected it, but it does pass through, and it's a little weird because there is no impact, but the figure's form disperses for a moment before coalescing at about half its, normalness. Again, you don't feel like the damage impacted as hard as you would expect it to, but these things don't seem to have a lot of, hardiness to them, whatever that means for being a ghost. And
Mass.
yeah, and it is still standing but injured. Anything else for you?
I think that's gonna be it.
Understood. All right, that will bring us to Donnie's turn, who sees that one such ghost came on the flanks, and that can't stand. So he's going to go ahead and make an attack. Do we remember who rolled for him last time? I don't. That was like a million
Pretty
years
sure
ago.
I rolled, and then it was Sten who rolled, so it should be somebody else.
So if you're going clockwise, it would be Nate. Go ahead and make an attack roll on Donnie's behalf. You're going to roll a d20 plus 3.
Well, I remember random shit like that, but I do.
Yeah, Donnie, 19.
Donnie, nat 20. Oh.
19 hits. Roll damage, which will be a d8 plus 2. Or wait, I guess that was supposed to be a d20 plus 4, I think. Yeah, anyways, go on. I don't remember. It says plus 3 here, but I think that's wrong. I don't know.
Plus 2, you said?
Yeah, the damage is definitely a d8 plus 2, for sure.
Okay. 5 damage.
5 damage, okay. Which
Yes,
is
sir.
halved. But regardless, he does slash forth with his sword. And he will just step right here to make sure it doesn't, close in on that flank a little bit.
Good boy.
That will end Donnie's turn. Bring us to the top of the order. It is Kelk's.
Okay. Going to look up towards Deacon to give a little nod, cowering slightly less. And we are going to...
Might be a good time to push them all back.
Yeah, because they're about to... That doesn't actually... That doesn't necessarily help is the thing, though.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because I can move them back 30 feet, but then they're just going to move back presumably 30 feet and then be in melee distance anyways. That's just a waste of an action resource. So, are any of them looking particularly like egregious, or is it just the ones that are kind of like?
Yeah, actually, the one
Half.
that one-eyed man blasted with his sacred flame looks pretty fucking hurt, being that these things seem to be vulnerable to radiant damage.
Okay, then Cox is gonna look to that one and cast Mind Sliver. It needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
All right. Making this with a -4. That's an 8.
That will not do it, and so it will take an impressive 2 psychic damage.
You look towards it and you squint your eyes. They glow a bright purple, and then it just disappears. Having 2 HP left, by the way.
Excellent, exactly as needed.
Does that end your go?
Yeah, I'm relatively safe here.
Understood. Ending Calix's go will bring us to the Ghost's turn, in which there are 4 left. One is definitely going to make an attack here against Sten. This time rolling an 18 to hit you, Sten.
That hits.
All right. You're going to suffer, 5 points of necrotic damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fail.
Curry.
What a
Just
troll.
wants to watch the world burn.
He does. Variants are good at Constitution, though, aren't they?
Usually. 13.
13 is sufficient. You do not have your strength drained. which for you would probably be really bad.
Oh, God.
That's kind of your shtick. The one's going to attack Donnie. This is my moment. For a...
I was also going to say he is blessed, too, so it would have been...
Oh, true, yeah.
So
So,
it
yeah,
would
good call.
It was
That a good
close.
call.
It was close, but yeah, just remember you have bless if you do fail.
Yep. So that's a D4 to your attack rolls and spells or saving throws. Anyways, the ghost hits Donnie with. Wait, actually, he rolled a 17. Donnie's AC is 18. It misses. It misses
Yes,
because of
the
the
shield!
shield. Because of the shield you gave him. He holds it up, and somehow the apparition, the spectral hand, is deflected off the shield, which is really bizarre. And Donnie even looked surprised that it worked. Another one's going to continue its onslaught against Williard. Doesn't want to roll.
I
There
was
it
gonna
goes.
say, I like how I just heard the cutoff little.
Yeah. That is another 17, but that's a 17 directed towards you.
That is my AC.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you suffer. Oh, that rolled forever. 4 points of necrotic damage and make a strength saving throw.
Con save, you mean?
Or sorry, con saving throw. Yes, thank you.
Plus a D4.
To
Doesn't
save
let me
your
do
strength.
that. Ooh, I might need that D4.
Yep.
Hello, roll. Oh shit, what is it? Roll.
Yeah.
So 14 total. Bless has saved you. Your strength is not reduced.
Worth it.
Awesome.
And
What'd you say
then-
damage was? Sorry.
4.
Gotcha.
And then this one here. Let's see here. This one here is going to attack Deacon. The final one of these turns, but rolls poor. It's a 12 to hit you, Deacon.
It ain't hitting shit.
I'd like him
That's
to
what,
confirm
that's
that.
what
but-
Ryan would say.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna assume he's not paying attention. That misses. You're muted.
Oh, I think you went to.
Oh.
Yeah, everything's breaking. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
understood.
That
Alright,
was
what-
me looking at a blue screen for like 2 seconds. Or a
Uh-oh.
black screen, sorry.
Whoa. All right. Anyways.
Sorry,
so
what happened?
it attacked you and missed
Nothing.
with a 12. So
Yeah,
you
that didn't
were-
hit, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
Foundry's still not really my friend.
All right. The one-eyed individual will look towards the one flanking, or that it's flanked with Sten, and attempt another sacred flame. And that ghosty will make a dex save. And it will roll a 14, which beats One-Eye's DC. So no damage is dealt. And he will hold his ground, cowering still. He's basically willingly prone, I should add. And just tucked near it, that basin holding that floating spherical gem of sorts. And ending his turn will bring us to Williard's go. Williard, you have technically 2 ghosts near you, though one is a 3/4 cover stance. It's on the other side of a wall, barely visible. And then the one that's been attacking you this whole time is still about.
Don't worry, Donnie, I'll help.
You move underneath Donnie's feet.
Hello.
And
the thing
give
again.
it a swing.
Go. Oh shit.
28.
Yeah, I think you hit.
All right. For 10 damage.
10 damage. Even halved. I mean, that thing is looking pretty rough. As the
Going punch another ghost as you do
sure
with ghosts for a 15.
that also hits.
Baby damage, 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. That one doesn't look like it's got much, incorporealness to it left. Like its legs are kind of now. It doesn't have spectral legs anymore. It's just kind of like a wispy tail.
You got this,
Um,
Donnie.
He says, "I will protect the flanks." And ending your go, Williard, unless you'd like to move any further. You're kind of standing underneath Donnie's legs, and he's got his shield
Yeah.
up. You know.
I'll go ahead and I'll just stay here and help protect the flanks.
Cool. All right. Deacon, your go.
See if I can actually interact with the page.
I believe you can roll.
I can't see the map anymore, but I can click on my character sheet. So we're gonna go with this.
I believe you can roll your dice.
I'm pretty sure that ghost is still in front of me, right?
Yep.
It
There's
is.
only one you can hit. Yep.
All right, I'm going to. Well, there's no better time to test this than now. Let's see if this works on everything. And I'm going to cast Void Mark on it.
I bet you I know why you can't see anything. If I do this, that might help you.
No. I saw my screen shift, but I still can't see anything.
Oh, yeah, you're fucked.
I'm just gonna probably have to restart Foundry after this. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead
That's
and
fine.
mark this with that purple haze as I Void Mark it.
Oh, okay. Neat.
What's weird is my character sheet is still like I can interact with that. All right,
I mean, it's fine. You know the layout and it hasn't moved, so just make your attack roll.
daggers out. Let's go. Now I can draw
Daggers
the other
out.
dagger. So we're gonna go for this thing with both daggers. This thing is Void Marked and see if it does anything.
Well,
First
yeah.
attack's gonna be.
Your void mark's a bonus action, so
Oh, that's true. I can't offhand with
so
that.
you can offhand, but
16 total then.
that hits.
All right. All right, that'll be a 3, and then I'm gonna roll the D4 plus the D6. Yeah. For a lot of 3s, for a total of 13. And that 6 would be cold and necrotic because it'll be void.
It's void damage, right? Let's see here. Yeah, okay, no, that goes through. So it's what was it? The 6 was a 3, you said?
So it should
That-
be 13 total.
That's but I'm trying to think because only.
Can't remember the way that works. I assume
Wait,
I
why
know
is it
there was.
why is it 13?
Because 7 plus 6.
Where
Isn't that
is it?
13?
Oh, right. 7 plus. Yeah, no, you're right. I understand. So, so the 7 is halved to 3, and then the 3. No, wait, sorry. Fuck.
Is that what I'm?
3
I don't remember how void
plus your
magic
modifier
works.
is 7. So yeah, then that goes to 3, and then the void damage goes through. So it's he takes 6 points damage. I think that's right. Anyways, does that end your turn?
That works. Well, that's all I got. Good luck.
Alrighty, Marcellus.
Yes. I don't really want to burn anything big on this, so I think who's been doing? No. I think I'll just do the help action for Deacon then, 'cause he's right next to me.
Sure, yeah, that works. So next, if he makes an attack roll, it'll be an avenge. That works.
This ghost has bigger balls than the others. There you go.
You're distracting it. It looks insulted. You've insulted a ghost. Congratulations. It is Sten's turn, though.
Let's give that same one a whack.
All right, you bring the axe now down on the other angle, trying to finish off this spectral being, frustrated that you're not fighting a physical creature.
21 to hit.
Easily.
Ooh,
16 max damage.
This time, as you bring the axe down, you swear it's ever so faint, but you feel it's almost like cutting through butter. You feel a little bit of just sustenance as you cut through, and the ghost just gets blown back, and it just turns into this gust of wind, and that small pile of rocks that was the one-eyed man's furniture is just kind of displaced even further, and you have destroyed that ghost.
Attack the flank.
All right. Anything else for you, Sten?
That's going to be
That was
it.
a good roll. All right. Ending your turn, it'll be Donnie. So Bryce, your turn to roll for Donnie. It is a. I was right. It is a 3. So D20 plus 3. He only has a +1 proficiency bonus.
I'm upset we haven't blessed him.
Got it.
It's a 15.
That hits. He attacks and hits the ghost again. D8 plus 2.
For minimum damage.
Solid.
3.
Reduced to. Wait. Actually, that would be reduced to 1. 1 point of damage. Donnie strikes forth and slices through. Looks back and he looks a little he looks a little what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, not your best, Donnie.
Yeah. He's a little discouraged. That's the word I'm looking for. Because he looks back and he sees Sten felled his ghost in 2 hits, but his 2 hits were, not as good. And technically this thing has been hit multiple times because Williard hit it too, and he's just, Anyways, that is Donnie's go. And brings us to Calx's turn. Top of round 3. 3 ghosts remain. One of which you can't see, and one of which is right next to you.
It's fine. I really don't feel like burning any more spells on this. We're just gonna Mind Sliver the one that's right next to us.
Sure, yeah. Utilize that -4.
Seems like a solid idea.
Oh man, that would have been a good roll, but 14?
That won't... Sorry, that exactly does it.
Oh shit, he did it. 18 -4.
All right, it's my turn.
Ow.
Oh man, I can't believe that. With a -4, that's some luck. Well, I mean, he didn't draw its aggro, as it's now its turn. It's going to, let's see here. You insulted it, Marcellus. I think that one's going to attack you, actually.
No.
No. It rolls a 16.
Yeah, no, that does nothing.
It tries to reach its hand towards you and drain you, but you avoid it. The other one remaining over here will, let's see. I'm gonna move down, continuing trying to get at Williard. And Williard, that's a 16 to hit you.
Leave me.
Nope.
All right. And then finally, this other one's going to retaliate against Donnie and roll a, ooh, there we go, a 21. Donnie suffers 4 points of necrotic damage.
Dare you?
And Curry, why don't you make a con save for Donnie? It's a D20 +1.
Oh, sure. Everybody else gets to attack with him. I got to do a con.
You'll still attack with him. It's just your turn now.
D20 plus what?
D20 +1.
Son of a bitch. Natural 20!
Yeah, Donnie.
Damn it.
It's stronger after this.
He holds his ground steady and does not seem to be affected by the strength drain of this creature. Wow, I can't believe that shit.
Hell yeah.
It is the one-eyed man's turn, and he will just he will look towards the one that just attacked Williard and do Sacred Flame, his signature spell. This thing will make a dex save and roll a 12, which I think just fails. So that one's going to take some damage. That is 6 points of damage, which is 12 points of damage. The thing just evaporates. And he cries out at the end of his turn. He crawls a little bit, afraid to move away and provoke that attack of opportunity. But he says, "The whispers, silence the whispers!" And he's like holding on to his ears. And that'll bring us to Williard's go. There are 2 ghosts remaining. One is adjacent to you, and the other one's a little bit further into the structure.
Yeah, we're working on it. No offense, Donnie, but I got this one.
He says, "It's okay. I'm protecting you."
Being a good shield up there. All right, boom. 24.
This is with a quarterstaff, I take it?
Yes, sir. 17.
Hits.
Bam. 11 points
Shit.
of damage.
You swing forth, stepping out from underneath Donnie's legs, and the quarterstaff passes straight through the ghost's form, and it is destroyed.
Oh, heck yeah.
I just realized it. Re-add this guy. Oh shit, I think I fucked up. I think the ghosts were supposed to... Or did the ghosts go this turn yet?
Yes.
They did, okay. I just deleted one on accident because... Yeah, okay. I gotta re-add it. Fine. No, we got it. We're good. Same thing. All right, anyways.
And I make my way inside and punch this one in the face for 16.
Punch
Jump-
him on the inside.
Jumping over Marcellus, you get a good clock. Your fist and your form passes straight through the ghost. You do hit, so roll damage.
8 points of damage.
Reduced to 4. It is very hurt, yet still up. But that ends your turn and brings us to Deacon's go.
Not really much in the way of words. Just gonna take advantage of the situation and go for swing with my dagger.
All right, Marcellus is helping you, so you do have advantage on the strike.
You have advantage, he's flanked, and you're blessed.
True. Yeah,
So,
that's actually true. You have advantage, a
miss.
+2 and a +d4.
I wait for all of
Fucking
the
miss.
stars to line up.
If you roll 2 natural ones, I will laugh my ass off forever. I'll never stop laughing. I'll die laughing.
I rolled, ironically, the same rolls as I rolled as the first attack in this fight.
Yep.
For 18 to hit.
That
Plus
does hit.
whatever blessed, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
you hit. You hit.
It looked like a 2 and a 3 on my screen, so I was
Oh.
like,
Oh,
oh,
no.
you got a 3 for an 18
Next.
with all those pluses.
All right. Being this is the final enemy of this fight, how do you finish this creature off? It was very injured.
I just rolled the damage. I like rolling dice.
Yeah,
I
I mean
think,
that's
like,
fair, which is like a lot. So
Seeing
you
the
did it.
opening, everybody's kind of presenting itself and then kind of like moving in front of Calix at the last second to kind of like get ready. And I kind of stab up in, and as I kind of stab into this ethereal form, I feel something catches, and I twist the blade, and then the blue corporeal form of this ghost starts to kind of turn purple as like that purplish mist just disperses out from the dagger in one quick burst.
Yeah, you feel the air around it almost turn into it almost like spirals around the room, almost like a mini tornado, and kind of whiplashes around you, Marcellus, Calx, and Williard a little bit, but not in a harmful manner. And it is destroyed. And that is the combat.
Start without words going to walk and pick up my bow that I dropped next to Donnie.
Watch out for the pot.
Does it have rubies?
No, it does not.
And I have no interest.
I think the flanks are secured, everybody. That was unexpected, says Donnie.
Yeah, you're telling me?
You did good. You did good.
Yes.
The one-eyed individual is still like basically in a fetal position now. His hands are over his ears, and he's just yelling, "The whispers! Silence the whispers!" over and over again. He's kind of lost it.
Like, rip his hand away from his ears.
Ah!
Silent.
Gone. You've angered them. It's been a long time since they've been angry. This is a bad omen.
How long has it been?
Years, I think. Years. Yes. Years.
Are there many more of these whisperers about that we should know before we enter their rooms?
He takes a listen.
Oh, the whispers are still here, but they are quiet now. Oh, they are quiet now. You should be cautious. Are you sure you want to continue with the tour?
Cautious? I didn't do anything.
This is my foyer, as I was saying. Over there is my coat closet. He points to the south. And over there is my bathroom, I think. Yes,
Oh,
my
we'll
bathroom.
We'll keep that door closed. Do you want to show us your closets?
He says, I mean, you're not going to rob me, are you? Those are my belongings. Not that I'm allowed to touch them. The whispers would be angry.
Well, the whispers have been dealt with.
That's true. In that case, I'll open the door for you.
And he just walks open. He doesn't cast any spells on it. He just opens the door. And you can see inside it's a room full of old, decrepit boxes and sacks and shit. There's just a bunch of shit in there.
I'll go into the room, see if there's anything
Yeah.
catch my eye.
Old man, can you come back out here?
Yeah, he steps back outside. I don't know why I still have him thrown. He says,
While they're
can you-
exploring, can I just start a cast as well, just for while they're having like their talk and whatnot?
"Oh, what do you cast?"
He's pulling
Just
up
like
the
magic
candles.
again.
He's pulling up the candles.
Oh, pull out the candles again. I figure being able to detect some magic pots and shit's going to be kind of prudent here.
absolutely.
So, got
No,
to set
absolutely.
that up.
Absolutely. All right.
Alright, so
So yeah, the old man steps out and he says,
If you'd like to store your coat in there or anything of the sort, it is what it's for. It's what it's for. Go on now.
Thanks, but it's kind of cold. I'll keep it.
It is
Look,
cold
look.
in here.
What can you tell me about this?
And I'm literally just trying to distract him from everybody going inside of his coat closet and possibly
okay.
stealing things.
Sure. No, yeah, go ahead and just for the sake of it. I mean, he's kind of
Talking to
lost
the guy.
it. Yeah, he's kind of lost it. I'll let you make a deception check. I'll give you advantage though because he's not all there at the moment. He's still a little bit
Sorry,
startled
Curry.
with the assault.
I'm making a charisma check. Ooh,
Yay!
16 though.
Oh, that's good. Okay, yeah, he seems to. Yeah, you've got him proper distracted.
Okay.
I don't know why I still have battle music going on.
I don't know, but it's a good one.
It is a good track, but it's not. We're not in a fight. Unless you want to be. I can whip up an encounter.
Yeah, sure. I'll just like slowly creak the door a bit closed so it's not a straight line of sight, and then I'll turn the room over.
All right. I guess yeah, you have dark vision, so you can do that because it's pitch fucking black in here otherwise.
Yep.
Yeah, just give me a general investigation check as you just fucking go through the shit.
I am actually asking him about this floating fucking orb though.
11.
11. Okay. Yeah, we'll get to the orb in a minute.
Mhm.
11. You don't. There's a lot of old things in here, and you see a lot of trinkets. But you also see that there are a number of weapons here. Strangely enough, swords, spears, stuff of the sort, and they're old. They look relatively mundane as far as you can tell. You see there are some boxes that seem to have old, decrepit clothes. You can see like tabards that are like unrecognizable at this point. They've just fallen to degradation and decay. But you kind of hold them out. They're like these crusty remnants of clothes. And yeah, you do see a desk in here as well. And you toss that through as well. And interestingly enough, even an 11, you do find there is, you open up one of the drawers and there is this rack that contains, would contain about 6 vials of something, but one remains. And you can see this small vial of substance, but being a cleric, you automatically can identify this as holy water. You can feel it. There is a blessing to this water, and it feels welcoming. So you can add a vial of holy water to your sheet.
We'll do that. And then I'll step back out into the room.
Okay. Enough time has passed as you've turned that over, and while that's happening, actually backing up. So the rest of you who are listening to Williard and One Eye talk, he is describing. He says, "Oh yes, my decoration here in the foyer," and he's pointing towards that floating blue sphere, and he says, "This is key. It keeps this place from falling apart. I think, but I know, and." The whispers stay clear, yet they keep it protected. I think your presence to it is what angered them.
Right. Are there more of these throughout?
There is one more, and my other foyer.
Good to know.
It is.
By chance, can I?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, by chance, while they're having the conversation, I'm kind of like half listening, as I'm trying to hear whispers of my own. Like I'm trying to listen in after what I just saw and trying to like identify if I can hear any of my own kind of sounds or whispers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Make a perception check.
Yeah, just give me a 12.
12? Not at the moment. Enough time has passed for your detect magic ritual to go off, so you got 10 minutes of that, Calx. And were you doing anything, Sten, or are you just kind of standing by?
I'm gonna at least look down that hallway a little bit just to see if I see any more urns or anything like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you can go ahead and step down a little bit. You still have a torch, yeah? Or wait, why do you have a torch? You didn't have a torch before. Who has fucking torches right now? Here, I'm gonna take the torch off you because you have dark vision.
Calx has one, and Willard has one.
And Willard has one currently. Donnie does not have one anymore. There we go. I think Deacon does not have one either, right? Or do you, Deacon? No, okay. I have updated the torch count. All right. You can make me a perception check as well, It's 10, sorry. You have some torchlight from the rest of the group, so.
Wonderful 6.
Yeah. So far, things seem clear. Pressing down, though, and using your dark vision to kind of peer down the path. And I guess, not technically, it would be dim light, so it would have been disadvantaged, but it doesn't sound like it mattered anyway. But you can see quite a ways, even with your dark vision. You see there are a number of doors closed to other rooms passing down. One relatively close, and others as the hallway continues. But you also see the hallway branches off a little bit forward, about 30 feet or so from you. It heads in a southern direction. So you got plenty of options on where to go, but at the meantime, you don't perceive any threats.
Okay.
I assume Bless would end about now anyway.
True.
Yeah, Bless would end.
Does anybody else have like higher investigation than my +1?
I have a -1.
I have a 0.
Oh my god! This is like the anti-investigation crew. We are not Batman.
I have
I
good
mean,
I
I can
Bad
take a
sense
look.
of
Oh fuck! Calx is the best investigator. Oh no!
Oh,
You guys are screwed.
Alex like looks up as he's been just like looking around for like magical
Sure.
things and looks to Marcellus.
Yeah. Why don't you take a look in these rooms, Calx? Just to be sure.
You've already seen my closet. You don't need to go back in there again, do you? Like,
Well,
if you need to go to the bathroom, it's this way. He points to the other door.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll like head over towards the bathroom, and then I'll pretend like the door's locked.
Oh, I can open that for you. If I locked it, I apologize. That's unlike me.
I'll just like tug on it until he gets towards me, just trying to give Calx enough time to just quickly
Yeah,
peek
I'll
into the room.
Make a
Other
stealth
room.
check, Calx.
Okay.
I'll say I'll give you advantage because he's distracted.
Okay. I don't know if this will roll with advantage. I'll just roll twice then. Not that I think I need to, but
That first one was
yeah.
pretty good.
So 19.
Yeah, you while he's distracted, you move into the closet.
Okay, first I just like look around for like magic detection.
Yeah. With your detect magic now going, there is. Well, actually, hold on. Let me check. Let me see what's here.
Use
There
those
is
tables.
maybe. Yeah.
There might be.
There might be magic. Oh.
Let's see here. Is there magic about? Yeah. You definitely detect something magical in here. It's not immediately seen though.
Okay, then I'm just gonna start rummaging around and searching the room.
I'll give you another investigation check. You'll have advantage because you're searching for magic while having a detect magic spell up.
Okay. Let's see, did that work properly? It did. Hey, 22.
Okay. You find the source of the magical things. You find hidden within the belongings of the storage. It's just kind of tucked in. It's not like in a box. It's kind of laying on the floor, and you kind of like move some boxes around, and you find a ring on the ground.
Hey, all right.
Shit.
Clutch
Fucking
that
bling it.
tightly. Anything else of like note for my searches?
Not outside of what I told Curry a moment ago. Just like, weapons and old shit that has long since decayed and past its use.
Okay. And I'll just kind of come back in and just sort of like tuck the little ring away till I can identify it later.
Oh yeah, by the way, put you back in there for a second. If you want to loot it, boop. Go ahead and take that out.
see. Oh, a bunch of candles. Neat.
Wait, there's candles in there still? Do you still the other thing in there?
There's the ring, but there's also 6 candles.
Yeah, they're not there for me, so it's probably just a refresh thing, but it doesn't matter. Just take the ring and
Okay.
move on.
Oh, I can delete them.
Oh, you can now? That's weird. Anyways, you head back out. In the meantime, while that was happening, the one-eyed man, he kind of squeezes his way through and he opens the door and he says, "It wasn't locked for me."
Oh, I was pulling the wrong side.
"You're a fool, priest." And he
Mm.
opens the door up and immediately the stench hits you.
Oh,
You can
oh,
you
Oh,
can
it's
see
the bathroom.
you can see it's not really a bathroom. You see on one side, you don't see the full room, but you see enough. There is an old, broken, empty, not working fountain in here, and it is full of not water.
well, all right. Calx, there's the bathroom for you. Let's continue.
Not even gonna like give that a response. I want to just look at the orb in the surrounding area and just kind of take a look at its magical importance.
Yeah, that's a fair point too. Your detect magic would sense that there is magic on the floating orb. Obviously, I think that would be pretty obvious. This one though, you can detect with that other part of that detect magic spell. It's School of Magic, and you detect abjuration.
Oh, interesting.
It keeps the whispers quiet. Whatever that means.
Didn't do a good job.
Can I check other runes or anything supporting it around the area? Anything that's
Make an
import?
investigation check.
17?
17. You think the strange symbols on that raised circular platform, they at first glance they seem like a decorative piece, but they're probably the source of its levitation.
Calx kind of glances around at the party and then slowly reaches up towards, trying to see how high up is it?
It's probably for a normal person, head height, where it's floating.
Yeah, okay. And Calx is just
Reach up towards it slowly.
Considering I'm next to it, I would put my hand up in front of you for now.
Maybe wait till we're on the way out, just in case.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
not really against it, but he's got a point.
I don't know.
Could set up candles and identify it.
Damn candles again.
I mean, if you want to, nobody seems to want to check this room, and quite frankly, give me time, I can go take a peek.
Hey, Williard, I don't.
It's just some poop.
I mean, I know. Listen, I know there wasn't many spaces on the ship for us
You
to
can
do
all
this,
you can
but-
all smell it now. By the way, it's not
Yeah.
pleasant.
It's just a poop.
Yeah, but I don't. After
Man,
we had to do
scenes
the
are front door.
latrines.
I'm not gonna dig in the poop, I just want to look around.
All right, we had enough experience with that. If you really want to,
Yes, go for it, Willard.
All right,
Just
yeah, I'll
know
go
your
in.
just know your stealth ability might be compensated after.
Go in, I'll, cloth over my face.
All right. Yeah, you
A
put
little
a
salute.
you put a
Why am I
cloth.
purple?
Wait, you're
Why
purple.
are you purple?
You're not purple for me. What are you talking about?
I am on the stream.
Oh, you are purple on the stream. Oh shit. Hey Bryce, can you refresh this cam, please?
Yeah.
Why are you purple?
Thank you.
You're
That was
turning
weird.
violet.
You're a ghost now. Congratulations.
Huzzah!
The poop killed you.
All right, you walk into this wretched place, and you can see the poop fountain. That's a disgusting fucking word. I can't believe I just
Yeah,
said
that was real bad.
Yep. And there is something else in this room though that you see. There is another urn, another decorative urn, kind of similar to the ones outside. This one's raised up on a platform though, and you can see like a plaque on it as well. And you see two unlit braziers. This time they do have like things that can be lit, like old coals and stuff like that. But
yeah, I'll go read the plaque.
It says, Zedric, may his sacrifice not be forgotten.
Do I recognize the name?
Nope.
Okay. I'll just step like in the doorway.
Hey, who's Zedric?
When you say that, all of you hear. You don't hear it. You just feel like a brush of wind blow past, out, like past you first, Sten, and then rush out the door you came through. And then all of you see, as you all look towards Williard as he says this, standing,
he's right behind me, isn't he?
Standing directly behind Williard is that strange knightly figure
it's fucking
in golden light.
Oh, it's lit up now. I would probably recognize that there's a bunch of golden light. Well,
You say that, and then everybody else just like kind of shiver as the wind goes through, and they're looking past you, and you see light, brushing past you as well, and you just kind of slowly turn in the night.
I'm just gonna stop doing anything here, okay?
And then just as soon as he appears, he just disappears. He just is gone.
Cedric.
Nothing happens.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's going on or what may have happened here.
Really?
It's more of a hunch, but I would like to get more information before I make myself sound like a total jackass.
There's some things in here we can light up. If you want to just muck around and...
I mean, poop is very flammable.
Yeah, I know. Muck and poop and... Yeah,
Gross,
How about
guys.
we just close the door and continue?
The smell is quite bad. I apologize.
For being a holy person, Mark, you really don't want to, investigate the crazy, dead, cool things here?
I do hate to admit it, but now even I'm a little curious, even if I can smell everything.
I just said his name and he just appeared behind me, and there's, things on either side of this urn. We could light it up. If I just go do it and things attack me, are you going to help?
In that room?
No, I can run out.
We'll do it quickly.
All right. I'm going to go do it. I'm lighting these things up.
All right.
I will leave Calc as I see him run back into the room and head over towards the doorway.
The braziers light up, and they are engulfed in flame, and you sense, well, it's warm, right, because there's fire, but there's also a warmth that you feel that is beyond that. You can't really describe it, but the biggest thing you notice is the foul-smelling poop fountain doesn't seem to smell so much anymore. It's still, for the record, caked in poop. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's just like lighting a match after you fart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy All right.
This isn't like a magical or funny thing. It's just, yeah.
That's just what happens.
But other than that,
my
than
God.
that, nothing else seems to happen.
Right,
The braziers are burning.
All right, I'll just take a step back. And I'll just kind of give a
How did you do that? You get rid of the smell. That is something I've been trying to do for months.
You're welcome. We're just helping you out all over the place.
I actually appreciate that. Thank you.
I'll step in a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to take one step back, still facing the urn, and kneel down and repeat his name and say,
We mean no harm here. We're just trying to
what'd Mark say? Restore the cleanse and bring back holy peace.
Sten, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I'm done doing anything.
Trying to kill us.
I just want to explore the dungeon, man.
Hey, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great
Yeah,
job.
you're welcome.
We're finding
You're
all the
welcome.
secrets.
No, I mean that sincerely. I'm not being a troll. That you're doing a great job. So.
Oh no.
Well, everybody seems to be kind of focused on the scene. Sten, you just feel compulsion. You start walking down the hallway.
He's exploring too.
You just keep on walking down the hallway, Sten.
Great.
All right. We'll keep you there for now, Sten. Everybody else, you are kind of focused on the scene, and you're just saying stuff in the poop room, and there's silence. You look around for a few moments, and you realize Sten's not there.
Oh, I don't realize it.
That's true. Yeah, you don't.
Sten's gone
Are
wandering.
did you just say you're touching the sphere, Skokes?
Well, if I have to identify it, I have to touch it.
Are you casting Are you ritually casting or casting it?
Ritually casting.
Oh,
That was
okay.
the whole point while
Yeah,
while
okay.
Williard was investigating.
Oh, okay, I understood. While you're touching the sphere, by the way, it is got like a faint vibration to it. Okay, fair enough. You're still identifying. I'll let you know when that's done. But yeah.
I guess if nothing else happens, hearing Marcellus start talking, I'm gonna head back out. As I pass by the poop fountain.
Yep.
I'll find the cleanest spot that I possibly can and kind of tap it a couple times with the end of my quarterstaff.
Okay. No effect.
Nothing? Okay. It's weird.
Meanwhile, while this is happening on Sten, you've been just walking through hallways, and you can see some stuff that other people don't. I'm not going to describe that yet for their sake. However, you reach this door right here, and your compulsion ends. You feel yourself. You feel something wanting you to open the door, but you're not being driven like you were before, and you can't come to your senses. And it's however Sten reacts to being kind of controlled, that's up to you. But yeah, you've walked down these halls, and you're just standing at this door now, and you're back too. You still feel like a slight pull. It's at this door that you're standing next to.
Oh, he would just open it.
All right.
If he's got a pull, he would open it.
All right. You open this door, and you step inside. You see on the floor there is this circular blue, almost like faint blue symbol that's drawn on the majority of the floor here, and it's engraved yet colored, not glowing light. And you see on this raised platform there is this statue, and it is of a knight, and this knight has these expanded, beautiful yet still made of stone wings. What do you do?
In front of him, just give him give it a good look over, see if I recognize him.
You do. It looks just like that strange golden knight you've encountered a couple of times now. Only this one is obviously made of stone and has wings, whereas the apparition previously did not.
He's gonna put his hand on the statue and say, "Well met."
Yeah, and you can see the statue. Its hands are down at the abdomen on the hilt of a blade, a long, massive sword that goes down to its feet and touches upon the floor in which it stands. And you say, "Well met," and you feel. You don't hear anything, but you feel like the hairs stick up on the back of your neck, and it seems to be in reaction to what you said.
It's kind of like the hairs, like it's.
Yeah, like you just get like a chill, right? And it's at the moment you're like well met, you just like you feel that chill.
Is that the only thing in the room?
Other side the floor and the statue. You look around. Yeah, appears to be. I should note the symbol in the room. That's that blue colored engravement. It is circular. There's like multiple rings to a central point.
And they're just blue. They're not like glowing at all, or
not glowing, just colored blue. You can actually fuck you. I shouldn't have said that because you were using dark vision and only can see black and white. For some reason, you think they're blue. They might be.
Okay. And it's an actual blade. It's not like a blade made of stone.
No, it is. Sorry, it is a blade made of stone. It's a whole statue.
What's your name? As I'm still touching the statue.
You just feel that chill again. Just runs down your spine. But there's no actual response.
I'm just gonna kind of head out back and step out the door and see if I can remember my way back.
Okay. You step out and you look upon the room that you're in. And when you do, you see the visage of that golden figure. And he is right for you, right there. And he's kind of barring your path back down the hallway where you know you came from.
Fantastic.
Great.
Have fun.
And he takes that defensive stance. The shield goes up, the blade flat down above. And this time, you don't think that he plans on going away. And that's where we're going to pick up next time.
Oh, God.
Nice.
All right. So while the group toys with poop fountains, Sten has gone off and is having a powwow with a strange golden apparition. And next time we pick up, we'll see just what conclusion that brings. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. Thank you, my players, for joining us. I'm glad you made it to the innards of this dungeon of sorts. I can't wait to finalize, hopefully, the ending of which next time in 2 weeks. But don't forget, we do stream weekly. Next Saturday, we have our next episode of A Guild's Tale, but you can see all that on the schedule below, as well as our other game that we do Fridays, I guess, that Bryce runs. Who knows? Right,
Yeah,
Bryce?
that one that happened.
We have other links down below as far as our Discord goes, where you can take part in the off-stream discussions as well as just hang out. And don't forget to hit that follow button and see when we go live and whatnot. We hope you all have a great rest of your night, an excellent weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.